house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes. The house takes you. Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house. Been practicing this pitch a little bit. Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed.
That was good. I liked it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Big Easy Bets podcast. I'm your host, Logan, and with me in the studio, Nick Von Brick.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good.
Back with us again I keep saying back with us. Joseph's with us all year. Joseph Ascani, how are you?
Good.
Justin, the Russian concussion mascaro, how are you?
Good.
Y'all two are lying because y'all are not doing very good.
Well, I'm alive and healthy, so I'm blessed.
Yeah, well, this ain't a health podcast.
Extremely discouraged, though.
You're going fucking broke.
Yeah. Episode 123, we have a lot to unpack, a lot in the form of spreads, top to bottom, how our week went. We're going to give you our best and worst of the week. We got to talk LSU football, though. You want to do LSU before or after, best and worst?
I guess we can talk about it.
Now?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, it'll get mixed in a little bit with the recap because all three of y'all were on LSU. I was the only one not. I felt like there was question marks. What?
You took LSU?
Late ad.
Oh, jeez.
Also, too, before we get started, big thank you to the Wolfpack Broadcast Network, WPBN, for having us on their live stream on Friday. We went on there, didn't represent very well, but you, Mike, and Chip all went 0-2. I was the only one to crack into the win column. USC, baby. I try to tell everybody.
Well, that's
but
Mike with his damn voodoo.
he jinxed y'all 100%.
And then he costed him, too.
Yeah, no, 100%. But, yeah, big thank you to those guys. We're going to be going back on this Friday as well. I got to say, for a high school football experience, you're not going to find a better one. Especially if you have a child that goes to St. Paul's, or if you're just an alumni or a fan of high school football, you should definitely tune into their live stream. They're on YouTube, Facebook, maybe Twitter as well. I mean, you're getting a pretty good presentation for a high school football game. They're in the booth calling the game. You got the scoreboard. You've got the whole 9 yards. So Wolfpack Broadcast Network, go out and go subscribe and give their page a look. Like I said, me and Nick will be on Friday trying to hand out some winners, even though I was the only one to hand out a winner. But who's keeping track? But, yeah, all right, LSU. I'll let you go. We were at the game.
How was it? Was it fun up to that? Or were you
I don't know. It just felt weird the whole game.
It did have a weird feel. Like, we were on the visitor side, so.
They represented well.
They had a lot of people there.
They had a lot of people.
A lot of people there.
So that's what felt kind of weird.
It was very close to 50-50, I think.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, if you're looking at judging by like the Upper Bowl at least, maybe it. I mean, LSU side was loaded with nothing but LSU people. There were some LSU people sprinkled in on the away side, us included. I would say if you want to break it down, maybe 55-45.
Yeah.
But it was they showed up for sure. All right. I don't know where I want to start. I mean, what are you?
Yeah, I mean, going into the game, it felt good. I just thinking more about it, I was like, I think our defense is going to play well. And I thought it did, other than on third down. They just gave up too many third and longs early in the game.
We got them in 3rd and 8 every fucking
But I mean, if you look at the first half, it was mainly the offense wasn't able to move the ball, and the defense played good, in my opinion, other than on third down. But that just resulted not in as many. There wasn't as many points coming from that as you would normally think. But
couple critical things that happened. Obviously, Ali Gay getting thrown out of the game was brutal. I didn't realize how bad the hit was. I was kind of antagonizing this.
Horrible.
I was antagonizing this woman. Not antagonizing, but I was fucking with her. She stands up and she's like, "Oh my God." So I'm like, throw him in jail. I said, he needs to be arrested. Like
that woman was so funny.
She was like, it's like she had never seen anything like it before. She was like she was clutching her pearls. I was like, he needs to be arrested.
Yeah.
But yeah, horrible.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. He launched.
He headbutted him.
Air. Yeah.
But it was like he didn't even like launch. He was like by him like this, and then just decided to fucking headbutt him real quick. Like horrible decision. Another big thing, Mason Smith tore his ACL.
Yeah.
That's fucking horrible.
For the season.
Horrible. Celebrating a good play, too. You hate to see it. Feel very bad for him. That was brutal. The D-line, I mean, didn't Ojulari get hurt? He got banged up, too, right?
Yeah, he might have. I don't remember.
He came back in the game, though.
Yeah, he did come back.
Yeah, but still, every goddamn edge rusher we have. You got to give Travis, was it Jordan Travis? You got to give him credit. He played a very good game.
Yeah.
He extended plays. But okay, so the big thing, we were going back and forth on it. You obviously were hesitant with the naming of Jaden Daniels as quarterback, rightfully so. The more I look into it, the more I'm kind of like that. The last couple drives that he did were impressive. I went back and watched, and I think in the fourth quarter he was 14 of 18 for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns. I feel like there's something to be said for that. I know people are critical, us included. We were critical while we were there at the game for his first half, but the second half he finally started getting his guys the ball. I feel like there's something to be said for that. Like he went 99 yards.
Yeah.
We were lucky to get the ball back, obviously, but to go 99 yards is damn impressive. And this was that whole sequence was wild. 86, who can't block on a goddamn extra point, but falling with the knee in bounds.
Yeah,
there's the longest review of all time.
Legs.
Yeah, longest review of all time to find out what we're going to do. The fact that he landed in bounds, but it was a first down, he ended up getting one untimed down. But I feel like Jaden Daniels kind of deserves a little bit of praise. At least he's getting it from me for those last few drives. That fourth quarter was fucking really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, he played better in the second half. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But time will tell. I mean, I think they went with him. So, like, when you ask me, oh, should they bring Nussmeier in? It's like, not unless if they want Nussmeier to be the quarterback for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So it's like you made your decision. You got to kind of stick with your guy. And
well, Brian Kelly came out and said there was never any thought of putting Nussmeier.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. Like when we were questioning it, I was like, yeah, I mean, they can't. In my opinion, if you go with Nussmeier, then it's because I don't think Jaden Daniels did enough to lose his job for the rest of the year. And I think that if you put Nussmeier in, then that would have had to been the case, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, he's dynamic with his feet. There were that one scramble that he had, which was a little questionable of a decision, kind of right around midfield. He juked back towards the middle, didn't try to go to the sideline, but was making people miss. It was like, okay, that was like he's dynamic with his feet. If he would just trust his arm and maybe trust the offensive line a little bit, which I get that's easier said than done, but also to trust your playmakers. You've got guys out there. That's what we kept screaming all day. Well, on a side note, though, Kayshon Boutte, catch the motherfucking football, dude. Catch the football. Did you see I think it was the third quarter, maybe early fourth quarter, he's got to go console Kayshon Boutte, who's throwing a goddamn temper tantrum. So instead of scheming for this next drive coming up as we're trying to crawl back into the game, he's got to go make sure his crybaby-ass wide receiver isn't on the sideline throwing a temper tantrum.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
It's the first fucking game. You dropped the ball right in your hands. It would have been a good catch, albeit, but then because we got a false start the play before, you're going to just fucking take a play off. The ball hits him in the goddamn
2
numbers. But the one hits him in the fucking chest. We looked at it. It was because it ricocheted that it was like, it was catchable, but it didn't look like a good ball. From our angle, it hit him in the fucking chest. When I saw that, I was like, what are we doing, dude? Yeah. He took a play off. He took a touchdown play off. We fucking win the football game. And so, obviously, controversy was he deleted all of his affiliation with LSU off his social media as well as every other picture. I almost made a video after, like, my reaction. I was fucking pissed. But then it comes out that he was getting death threats, which is fucking so stupid.
Who? Boutte?
Yeah, well, and neighbors. He also deleted his shit. But so, I don't know. They told him that they're just resetting. So, whatever. You're wiping out your fucking muffed punts, I guess, and trying to fucking reset. But if you're sending death threats to these kids, you're a fucking piece of shit. You're an absolute moron. They're out there fucking busting their ass trying to all offseason, then first game doesn't go their way in a heartbreaking loss. and you think that because you might have lost $20 on the game and you're fucking drunk on Bourbon Street, that you can send them some stupid ass message talking about death threats is what the report was. So you can go fuck yourself if you're somebody like that. If you think that shit's funny, you're a piece of shit. But if we're deleting our affiliation with LSU because we're not happy about getting the ball, give me a fucking break. It's going back and forth with somebody on Twitter talking about he should sit out because Jamar Chase did it. This motherfucker isn't Jamar Chase.
No.
You're not Jamar Chase. We can't get into this routine of, oh, it's not going well. Did you think we were going to win a championship coming into the first game? Why'd you play in the first game? Judging by this argument of, oh, he should sit out because he's going to be a first to third round pick. First off, he's going to be a first round pick, but more than likely, no later than a second round pick.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I would assume he's going to go first, but
I think he's a good player, but he's not the caliber of player that has been here the past few years.
No, yeah, he's not. Yeah,
it's like Justin Jefferson slipped way late in the first round.
Yeah,
it's like he's not even close to the level of Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, catch the goddamn football, dude. There was multiple drops. I understand the touchdown would have been a tough catch. I still feel like it's here, then it's here, and
well,
then it's
catches that first round draft picks catch that pass. So
100%.
And they also catch all the other ones that he dropped too. So
little fucking hook routes and shit you're dropping, and your body language, dude. You're wearing the number 7. Like if you want to leave, fucking drop the number at the door. What are we doing? We have other guys on the team. And Neighbors catch a motherfucking punt twice. Those guys in front of us fucking bolted. He said, you just got to catch it. Fucking muffs it again. He was out the tunnel before the ball was even recovered.
I said it right before the punt too. I said, just catch the ball.
Oh, I said the same shit, but that's what we were talking about. I kept saying, I was like, it's like, yeah, I had a feeling it was going to happen, but you have a feeling because it already happened.
Correct.
So you're like, it's like I had a feeling that the extra point was going to get blocked. You mentioned it. Everyone was like,
there was like so much tension.
Yeah,
you have to have tension. I mean, seconds on the clock.
We were talking about it though, whereas it's like typically an extra point's a formality. Correct. It's going to be made, but everyone was, fucking holding their breath,
right?
And it gets blocked. Yeah.
I think you also have to mention, it should be one of the most easy, repetitive things that you have in the game. You got to snap the ball correctly.
I mean,
you
were going to
might
extra
have
point?
No, period. You might have cost us a touchdown on the first drive.
Oh,
his head.
Yeah.
And then if you watch throughout the game, there was like 3 or 4.
No, there was a couple bad snaps. There was a
snaps.
jet sweep. It looked like they were going
to try to get to. That should be one of the most repetitive things in the game. And you can't get that down.
I kind of understand, or I can at least somewhat understand the first drive because there's jitters. I get it. It's high intensity. But that's another one. Keyshawn Boutte, catch the motherfucking football.
But
and
that's
none
almost
of that
like
happens.
a formality, just like you said with the extra point.
No, it is. Yeah. Well, I was telling him because, that happened. The bad snap over his head. The offensive line got beat. He took a sack. There was something else that happened. I was like, all of that's in their head now of like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like there's more pressure now. It doesn't mean like it knocked them off of their game or anything, but there's more pressure that all is avoided if Keyshawn Boutte catches the football.
Right.
You're wearing the number 7. You're supposed to be the best player on the field. So catch the fucking football, dude.
And I think to go on Nick's point I think the defense to an extent did play good, whereas they came up big when they needed to come up big and get a stop.
Well, the defense kept us in the game.
But there was a lot of missed tackling. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw it from where y'all were, but on the TV, it looked like there was a lot of missed tackling.
Yeah, there was.
Everybody was looking for the big hit over the top instead of wrapping up. Like that big-ass tight end probably broke.
Yeah, Jay Ward had
5 or 6
one where he
tackles.
did that. He tried to come in and lay a hit, and he ran over him. But I felt like Jay Ward also made some plays early on in the game.
Yeah.
We were doing a decent job of getting pressure, but couldn't get home. So, and then, I mean, Nick said they were just kind of out scheming us. So every time we're dialing up a blitz, they have something short and easy to
Over
get
the
to.
middle, right.
So I try to look at it from the glass half full, though. I felt like to make that comeback, you got to take positives from that. You could have rolled over, down 2 touchdowns late. You could on the 1 yard line. I understand nobody forced that fumble. It was fortuitous to get it, but you still got it, and you marched 99 yards down the field in an extremely pressure situation. I like that Jaden Daniels trusted J. Ray Jenkins instead of keeping it himself because we assumed he probably was going to keep it, which could have been, I'd have been fine with on that last play. But he finds J. Ray Jenkins in the back of the end zone, and it wasn't even his first read. It looked like his third progression.
Yeah.
So I like that. I think that's good as well. J. Ray Jenkins, there needs to be something said for him because he seems to always come up clutch.
Oh, yeah.
At least in those opportunities that he gets them. So I don't know. If Keyshawn Boutte transfers, he can. I'll be so pissed.
He can't transfer this year.
Well, he can sit out. Well, yeah, he wouldn't transfer. He could sit out.
He's going to be draft eligible.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, yeah, he's sticking around. He has to.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he regrets it because maybe Alabama wanted him, and maybe he's like, Bryce Young would throw me the ball.
Yeah, it's like it's game one, though.
But, yeah, dude, you got to realize you got the ball thrown to you.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you didn't get the ball all game.
Yeah. You're mad because you didn't have a catch.
Yeah. I mean, he had a couple catches, but.
Well, no, at the time. I think when he was freaking out, he didn't have a catch at that time. I think
about 3 quarters.
Yeah.
I think he had 0 catches.
Yeah.
He come to the end zone twice.
3 fucking drops, though.
Twice when we were in scoring position, he got the ball targeted to him in the end zone.
Yeah. Yeah, all this Brian Kelly isn't the right guy for the job. I keep seeing people saying that shit, too. It's the first fucking game. He signed a 10-year deal. A 10-year contract. You thought he was going to come in and do what? Run the table first year? It was a program that was in turmoil. That's why Orgeron was out. He's not going to come in and turn it around right away. This bullshit this instant gratification, I need it right now or else this guy's not right for the job. I was going back and I'm messaging somebody on Facebook who's saying I knew he wasn't the right guy for the job. How the fuck do you know? He signed a 10-year contract, jackass.
Last time we were LSU was unranked going into the season was Saban at head coach.
Yeah.
I think
we are going to be fine. Me and Nick have been talking about it. I still believe we're going to be competing for a championship in 3 years.
Yeah.
Within the next 3 years. With the recruits that are coming in, he's going to build up the offensive line. We're going to be able to get playmakers. He's a good X's and O's coach.
And the whole season's still in front of you. We don't know how Florida State wasn't a terrible team last year.
No, this is the best team Norvell's had since he's been there.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can only expect that they're better than they were last year. And when you really look at the ACC, it's really, other than Clemson, it's really wide open.
Yeah.
And then Clemson,
Clemson
still
looked
question.
Like shit.
Yeah, for a while.
Well, no, they did look. Offense looked like shit.
Yeah.
Defense is going to be one of the best in the country. They blocked 2 punts, and then they put in the backup quarterback. That's why I texted you. That kid looks fucking good. I would sit DJ Ongalele down so fast. He's the same player as he was last year.
Yeah, he's not that good. And they're trying to run him so much. It's like,
well, he accuracy was way off. You put pressure on him, and he's not getting away from you. Georgia Tech was getting home a lot, forcing bad throws. I would put the backup in a damn heartbeat. He's the same player he was last year. That offense was horrendous. If they don't block those 2 punts, who knows where they're at offensively. Georgia Tech covers the spread if they don't block those punts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would sit him. All this, he lost weight. I think he had shoulder surgery, and then he's changed his throwing mode. He's the same fucking player. He's the same player.
Yeah.
He will not – I bet you he doesn't finish the season as the starter.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get to see the backup, so I could.
It was a very small sample size, but he's that's why I said it shades of Johnny Manziel. Rolling out the pocket quick. Dude is fast. He threw one throw in between the 2 levels of the defense. He rolled out to his right, dropped it over the linebacker, but in front of the safety. It was a fucking nice throw. I was okay. He's quick too. He's quick. I would start him in a heartbeat. Clearly they must feel that he's not ready, but he's ready enough for me. If I was coach, he's out there. DJ, sit down. Go play ukulele. You're out. But yeah, I'm glass half full with LSU. I like the comeback. The fact that we were in that game, we had no business being in that game. That's the worst game we'll play all year, I think, when you add in the fact that we had 2 extra points, or a field goal and an extra point block, 2 punts muffed. Our best wide receiver played like dog shit.
Yeah, I think Florida State's better than everyone else thinks. Yeah. And when you look at the schedule, this week we got Southern. That's going to be a win.
Yep.
At home, and then the week after that's Mississippi State. So you get a win against Mississippi State in Tiger Stadium. Then you get New Mexico, which is another home game. That's another win. If you rattle off 3 wins in a row, then all of a sudden your season's kind of back on track.
Momentum.
Give me those.
So, yeah, that's a point I'm making, is that there's still like the whole season in front of us.
Yeah. No, 100%.
So if you get a win against Mississippi State in Tiger Stadium, which I think it's very realistic. Then we're 3-1 going on the road to play Auburn.
You went too fast.
It's not.
It's not fun anymore.
That fucked me up. No,
Yeah.
it's not.
We're not
We
doing this
started
ever again.
started telling each other.
To sniff.
Oh no, that it was getting
man,
less intense.
Less potent.
That just fucked me up. I'm not even kidding.
Went in too
I took a
fast.
huge whiff.
Yeah.
I took a huge whiff. Get in there.
See how he's taking his time?
No, see, I went.
Yeah,
I took
no.
a fucking because we said last time we think it's losing intensity. It is not, dude. Look at my eyes.
Yeah.
Look at my eyes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, no, it's more potent.
Oh. All right, I'm up. Damn. Whoo, that just jacked me up, dude. That was way intense. I was sniffing it like a bitch last time.
What the hell?
I don't want it.
Are you shitting me?
I need to change things up.
I was sniffing that like a bitch last time, apparently, because that just.
So now you go with
rocked
beer
my
over smelling
world.
salts? That's what we're
back to
doing now?
drinking.
Oh, man.
All right. I cut you off. I don't remember what you're saying.
I was just saying that there's still time to turn the season around.
Yeah, 100%.
Because we
weren't coming in thinking we were winning a championship. Why are we
Yeah.
acting like? Yeah.
And even if we were, that was the plans. We don't know how
I feel like my nose is bleeding.
the season is. You still control your own destiny because you don't have any SEC losses. So the SEC, if the goal was to make the SEC championship, then that's still intact because
Ow, motherfucker.
you still got to play all your conference still.
Yeah, definitely. All right, best and worst of the week. What was the best thing you saw this week?
Oh,
Let me preface that real quick too, because clearly some people didn't know. Big Easy Bets TV on YouTube. All of these episodes are now being videoed. So if you're listening to the podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, but you would prefer to watch on YouTube, you have that capability. Go search Big Easy Bets on YouTube and you'll find it.
actually, the best thing I saw was I got Snapchatted Friday, and
What? By who?
Zach's friend Tanner was at Walk-Ons,
Uh-huh.
and we were on the TV in there.
At Walk-Ons?
Yeah, for WP.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know they
so that was
streamed it
dope
in
because
Walk-Ons.
we were on TV.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Y'all's picks sucked.
I don't know if they could hear us. I wanted to ask them.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, no. So WPBN has a partnership with Walk-Ons. So clearly now we know.
Yeah,
that
he
they're
was at
streaming.
Walk-Ons.
Very cool.
He Snapchatted me. the
That's
picture of us
badass.
on
I did
TV.
not know that. All right, best thing I saw this week was Kanye West on Instagram. Did you see that?
No.
Kanye's losing his mind on Instagram. He's about to leave Adidas. He wants $2 billion from him. He's calling out Kim Kardashian. He randomly put out that Kim Kardashian has diarrhea way more than the normal person. And then she responded like, "Can you please stop putting my personal business out
No
there?"
way.
And he responded back. He said, "Bitch, I know you texting this from the toilet."
No way.
He's
That's
off his
awesome.
rocker, dude. He's lost his mind.
It's pretty funny.
Oh, it's hilarious. What's the best thing you saw this week?
I started a new show, The Patient,
The Patient.
with
Okay.
Steve Carell. It is
Okay.
very thrilling.
Thrilling.
And a new episode, yeah, very dramatic. Not The Office you're used to. Not Steve Carell you're used to, The
Yeah.
Office, you know. But he plays some drama roles, and he's actually a pretty good
Oh,
drama
I know what you're talking
actor.
about.
Mhm.
It's that brand new show on Hulu. They
Oh, he's a
air
great
the
actor.
they air the third episode tonight on Hulu.
He's
so
a great
I'm
actor.
excited for that. That was
Yeah.
the best thing I've seen this week.
Normally he's in like the funny roles, but him and Bruce Almighty,
Great.
hilarious.
Oh yeah. No,
All
and Bruce and
No,
Evan.
he's better in Bruce.
No, I
Almighty.
know what you
Evan
mean, yeah.
Almighty's trash. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, Justin. What was the best thing you saw this week?
Best thing I probably saw was Coco Golf going to the Sweet 16. If you've never watched tennis before,
Tennis? Is
yeah,
that the
Coco Gauff.
young
Are
Yeah.
you a big Coco Golf fan?
tennis?
yeah. I mean, she's
Look,
cool.
the cereal's for the end of the episode.
Coco.
It's like what? Okay, I got it.
I
Cocoa
try to find
Puffs.
something that not basketball, not football, not
So
baseball.
you
I mean,
went
everybody-
tennis. You could go non-sports related.
Yeah, I know. But
Let
I
me ask
couldn't-
you something
couldn't
about that,
really think
Justin.
of
Do you
anything.
really give a shit?
Yeah, let's be honest. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said, are you a? That's why I said, are you a big Coco Golf fan?
Yeah, what is the thing with Coco Golf? Like,
I think she's just cool because she's like 17, 18, and she's.
it's cool to see a younger girl winning.
Think
their,
she's hot?
I knew that was gonna get brought up, but
That was the best. You didn't see anything better this week?
no, I mean I don't think so.
That
There
was
wasn't
the
a lot
best
going on this
thing.
week, though.
There was a
Here's the
lot of
thing.
shit going on this
But I'm
week.
not on social media. That's true. So I don't really
There was
know
a
what the
shitload of
fuck's going on
stuff.
in the world.
All right. We'll get. I don't know. Coco.
Shout out
Golf.
Coco.
Christ.
Shout out Coco though.
All right, the worst thing I saw this week was that the Steelers named Trubisky the starter, not Kenny Pickett.
And there's still plenty of time, but
I know, but
You like
I'd
Kenny
rather.
Pickett?
We have a bet.
that's
yeah,
pretty much
that's
shit. Gone to
right.
shit, dude.
I forgot about that.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know NFL wise. I don't think you're good at evaluating quarterbacks. You're a wide receiver guy.
Dude,
You're not a good quarterback evaluator.
he might never make the Pro Bowl.
Who, Pickett?
Yeah.
He's got, I mean, he might.
That's what I was betting on.
Yeah, but Matt
It
Corral might
wasn't
not
that
ever
I
play.
really thought Matt, yeah, that's possible. But I was mainly
Kenny
betting on
Pickett
the
is
fact
going-
that I don't think that Pickett's going to be a good NFL quarterback.
He's going to at least get a shot, though. They spent a first-round pick on him. He will at some point
Yeah,
get
Sam
a
Darnold got a
chance.
shot too.
No, I know. It doesn't mean... but Corral might not even get a chance.
I know.
Like, if you're putting odds on
the
the
better bet was to go with Pickett, but I was so confident that he would not make the Pro Bowl ever that I would just take in.
Yeah, but see,
took a push.
that's what I said. You're not good at evaluating quarterbacks. You were huge on Josh Rosen.
I wasn't huge on him.
Yes, you were.
I thought, who was better than him in his class?
I don't remember everybody in the class.
That was a terrible class. Sam Darnold was in it?
I mean, yeah, that was a terrible
Is that the same
class.
one as Baker?
No.
No. But you're a wide receiver guy.
But I called Baker Mayfield's demise.
Yeah, but I mean,
Just like I called Kenny Pickett's.
you haven't though.
It's going to happen. It just hasn't happened yet.
Baker's demise though.
He has a chance this year.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a solid year. I think he's going to have an okay year. Like I would say a slightly above average year. So it's like, what's demise?
Never making the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt he makes the Pro Bowl, at least this year. So
Pickett?
no, I'm talking about Baker.
Oh, yeah. I mean, never. He was the number one pick.
Yeah,
You're expected
he
to
had
be
a great
win-
rookie year though, and let's like they fucking kicked him out of town so fast. The Browns were trash. I understand they built up their defense, and it helps when you have Myles Garrett coming off the edge and Nick Chubb as at running back. But still, they went to the playoffs and won.
Yeah.
I think they got rid of him a little too quick.
The Browns?
I mean, I don't know. But he also played hurt with the rotator cuff shit. I just think I think he gets a little bit of a bad rap.
I mean, he has a chance to make him regret it.
Yeah. I think he gets a little bit of a bad rap. I don't think he's not number one pick good, but I don't think I feel like they're just brushing aside like, oh, we were trash for 20 years and then we're in the playoffs. Like, see ya.
Yeah, but all the weapons that he had over there, the killer running game was like a quarterback.
Yeah, I
best
mean, him
friend,
not
and
being able to make it work with Odell was strange, especially when Odell goes and then catches, I don't know, what was it, 6 touchdowns in a small amount of games, maybe more, and then catches a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Yeah, well, whatever. I just feel like he gets a little bit of a, like it's popular to say like he's trash. I wouldn't say he's trash. I think it's I don't know. We'll have to see what he does this year. But what was the worst thing you saw this week?
Sticking with the TV show theme, I watched this damn documentary. I don't know if y'all have seen it. American Murder, Family Next Door, about Chris Watts.
Chris Watts.
My God, I was depressed
Oh yeah.
after watching that.
I don't know.
Sick
what it
son
is.
of a bitch killed his whole family. And
Oh, I know what you're talking
shoved
about.
his 2 kids down an oil tank alive.
Jesus.
Sorry to get so dark, but that was definitely the worst thing I saw this week.
Okay. Did you say your worst thing, or did I pass you up?
Oh yeah, my transmission's out.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, that sucks.
That's why you're in the work truck.
Yeah, it's my new car.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start. I don't know, a business, I guess. Flooring, maybe. We'll see.
I thought you said air conditioning.
Maybe flooring.
Okay. Cody
Ceilings?
Cody
You
needs his
want-
floors done.
You need a new ceiling.
That's roofing.
I do a floor, a seal. I mean a ceiling. Fucking walls.
All right.
Anything.
Justin, what was the worst thing you saw this week? I know what next week will be when Coco Gauff gets eliminated from the tournament.
Girls out. My daddy had to arrest Marcus May for aiming a gun at somebody.
Your dad arrested Marcus May?
My dad had to send the people out. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
You couldn't
Did you
tell
let him
like-
go yet?
Yeah, what?
You couldn't tell him.
Yeah.
just,
No.
hey,
He
let
said
this one
he
go,
said he's
Pops.
super cool.
Is he
So-
innocent?
Hell no.
Great.
Yeah.
Shit.
I
don't-
was like, damn, is he innocent? He was like,
I think he's innocent.
I mean, you have your rights, so.
Yeah.
But,
what were the girls doing?
They just cut him off, and he was on FaceTime with one of his friends, and then they he pulled up next to him at the light and just pointed his gun at him.
Are you 1,000% sure? Because that's kind of like.
And what did they point gun at him?
No, one of the girls in the car
did
has
finger
a dad
guns?
who's like high up. So
I saw somebody on Twitter say that no fucking way did those girls just like get his license plate and reported that somebody had to have a dad in the police force.
One of the girls had a dad.
Confirmed. So. Okay. There's people that have been wondering, like, is he innocent or is he not? So you're staking your claim on the fact that he is guilty and that your dad possibly compromised the season.
Let's not get that started. But yeah.
How do we interpret that?
Well, we already know he's made himself an enemy of the
Dennis
state.
Allen and stuff like that.
Who gives a shit? He fucking took away our starting safety.
And then I was like, damn, were they cool? And he's like, oh, yeah, you can tell they deal with that shit all the time.
Yeah, you and your father are enemies of the state. You Russian fucks.
Yeah, that's not good. But he's going to be able to play until they come out and say something. So, until the legal proceedings go. He ain't getting put on the commissioner's exempt list for some road rage. You know?
No, yeah.
But yeah, can you tell your dad to look the other way? That was probably the least bad thing that happened in town.
Yeah, tell him to try to find a guy that,
is fucking robbing people at the gas stations and running them over.
Yeah.
Goddamn bugging Marcus May because these idiot girls want to fucking cut him off. I had somebody cut me off on the interstate today. It's flipping off the whole way down. The whole way down. But, all right. All right, so clearly we had a up and down week one, official week one. I'll just go off the top, recap mine. I'll preface it with saying that I feel good with the spot that I'm in, which is leading the entire podcast currently, which is not good. But I currently sit at 500, 6-6-1. We had Central Michigan plus 21.5. I will be honest when I say that this was a fucking miracle. I told everybody Daniel Richardson is a damn good quarterback. He's a Maction quarterback through and through. He doesn't give up, and he can put some points on the board. Oklahoma State dropped damn near a 50-burger on him in the first half. Central Michigan was getting run out of the building, and then something happened. Something happened in that second half where Oklahoma State's secondary started, that took their foot off the gas. I don't know what it was. The backups were not in. But all of a sudden, Central Michigan got some stuff going. They were able to get after Spencer Sanders a little bit. Few 3-and-outs, back-to-back-to-back. Central Michigan, couple minutes to go. Late touchdown. We covered the spread. It was fantastic. That's why I said can't have Cowboys beating up on Indians. It's a bad look. So the Chippewas covered the 21.5. New Mexico State plus 37.5. I went back to them. They lose by 38. The hook got us. Minnesota covers the spread. New Mexico State is trash. Stay away from them. They couldn't stop anybody. Zero chance. As soon as that game kicked off, I said they might lose by 100. My lock of the week, gave it out on the WPBN stream. USC minus 32.5. USC's got guys on offense. They got guys that can score the football. Caleb Williams looked really, really good. They were very fortunate, though. 3 pick sixes. Back-to-back drives. They got 2 in a row. That was incredible. I was watching it. I was like, okay. One was like a 95-yard pick six. So this is fantastic. Very, very first drive for Rice. They go 16 plays, like 75 yards, milked away like 10 minutes of the quarter, and scored a touchdown on 4th and goal. I was like, I'm fucked. But then you get 21 points from your defense. USC covers 32.5, lock of the week. Then I had another big spread. Texas minus 37.5. Is Texas back? That's what I said. We don't know, but they beat the shit out of ULM. It got a little dicey there when they put the backups in. ULM had a chance to backdoor cover, which would have ripped my heart out, but they didn't get it done. Oregon plus 17.5 was a fucking horrible bet. I'm sorry. This will be the worst bet I make all year. If not, I shouldn't do this anymore. But Bo Nix is a piece of shit. Let's call a spade a spade. Bo Nix is trash. I've said it on repeat since we started this podcast. one of the most overhyped quarterbacks to come into college football, possibly ever. He tried to run away from the USC, and then the schedule makers just laughed at him, gave him Georgia first game. They got trounced by 40. Never had a chance. It was alarming. I don't know if I'm sure you watched. It was alarming, the separation that Georgia had. Georgia might be the best team in the country.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's Georgia and Bama. And then it's like there's a gap. It was very impressive. Ohio State minus 17 against Notre Dame. Bad start, slow start. They end up winning by, I think, 11. C.J. Stroud did not look good. Missed multiple throws. Missed a crossing route that would have undoubtedly been a touchdown. Would have covered the spread. Stroud did not have a good performance to start. Could be credit to Notre Dame's defense, but they only win by 11. Cincinnati plus 6. Justin was on the other side of this. I would love to hear what he says, which we'll get to him. It was horse shit. You were watching it. Absolute horse shit. They call holding on a screen pass that they score a touchdown on. There was no holding. Very next play, you get a delay of game, knocks them out of field goal range on the punt. You get an illegal formation that they down at the motherfucking 1-yard line, and that doesn't count either. Just a series of events that had to happen for them to not get inside this number. They missed a 20-yard field goal. They missed another, I think it was a 38-yard field goal that the guy hit pure as shit and doinks it off the right upright. It was a travesty that Cincinnati didn't cover this spread. But whatever. West Virginia plus 7.5 in the backyard brawl. West Virginia very nearly could have won this game outright. Probably should have. Late pick 6 by Pitt put them up 7. Had to sweat it out a little bit there to hold on to the 7 and a hook with West Virginia. But we covered the spread. 4-4 on the week. I go and I hit my lock of the week. So that brings me to 6-6-1, 1-0-1 in my locks of the week.
All right, first game of the week I had was it? West Virginia played first.
Yes.
So we got that. I thought West Virginia was in position to win the game, but they had some misfortune. Ball go through a wide receiver's hand, pick 6. And at that point, Pitt took control of the game anyway. West Virginia got the ball back, and they were down 7. They were driving, and the pass come up incomplete at the goal line. It was a close, but it hit the ground. The receiver bobbled it. Penn State minus 3.5. This was my lock of the week in this game. Did not go exactly how I thought it was going to go. Penn State wasn't able to get the running game going, although I thought they could have tried a little bit harder to do that. Clifford got hit low in the first half, and to start the second half, he did not come in on their first drive, so I thought I was screwed. Well, the freshman who's highly recruited and the big-time player, they're calling him the future, he looked okay, but you could tell he was nervous. Anyway, Clifford ended up coming back in the next possession. Penn State was kind of struggling a little bit to move the ball, but the defense kind of kept them in the game, and they ended up putting together a really, really good drive at the end of the fourth quarter and scored the covering touchdown with like 57 seconds left, and Penn State ended up winning the game by 4. So I was a little bit lucky there. UNC App State over 56. This game, they scored 124 points in regulation. So that was the easiest bet of the week. I forgot about Illinois on Friday. This one kind of bothered me as well. Illinois plus 3. They lost by 3, but this is one where I felt like they were, if you look statistically at it, they controlled this entire game. They made a few mistakes in it that kept, who'd they play? Indiana. Indiana was able to stick around. But there was a call early in the game in the first half where the wide receiver caught the ball in the end zone, and it was kind of like a tied-up ball, but they went to the ground. And I thought it was a touchdown, and everybody else in the world thought it was a touchdown except for the officials. So they called it incomplete. That was a 4-point swing, and that would have put Illinois in control of the game. They would have been able to run the ball more down the stretch. I think they would have won that game if that was called a touchdown. Mm-hmm. App State plus 1.5. I mean,
horrible beat.
I'll just talk the onside kick. They went for 2, so we were happy that they missed it. We're losing by 1, so we're still winning our bet. All they got to do is fall on the onside kick. Well, they return it for a touchdown. Then everything else that happened in the game, we won't even go that far.
Yeah, it was a horrible beat.
Army plus 2. Army played well. Coastal played well as well. What surprised me was Coastal was able to run the ball.
Army had some fortunate deep balls.
Yeah, I mean, there was guys wide open.
Yeah.
So,
I say fortunate, uncharacteristic.
Yeah, they scored on a lot of big plays. The biggest thing that surprised me here is that Coastal outlasted Army, meaning that they were the ones that seemed to be imposing their will later in the game, where usually early in the season that's what Army does. So that's UCLA first half. UCLA allowed 10 points off of special teams mistakes in the first quarter. Block punt return for a touchdown, and then a muff punt at the 10-yard line, resulting in a field goal. That kind of blew that out the water. UCLA was only winning by 7 at halftime. They ended up covering the full game spread, which I was also on. I think they won by 4 touchdowns.
Yep.
Cincinnati, Arkansas, there was only 14 points scored in the first half, so it was kind of looking grim, but they ended up scoring 55 for the total game, big third quarter. And then LSU -3, we talked about it, the missed extra point to send the game to overtime. We would have had a chance there. So we had a little bit misfortune in a couple of the games down the stretch. Anyway, we go 5-4 for the weekend, 5-4-1.
Yep. Yeah, so that brings Nick to 5-6-2, 1-0-1 in his locks of the week, just like myself. 2 weeks in, undefeated in locks.
Yep.
2 pushes though. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, especially the Illinois push.
Yeah. All right, Justin, what'd you go? We can quickly roll through it.
So yeah, the Arkansas game, and you covered it. I was watching this game with Josh, and I said the whole time, I was like, Josh, there's no way that Arkansas should win this game. So I agree with you 100% completely. I'll probably never touch Arkansas again.
Well, that doesn't mean you need to do that. But
I don't know. I mean, it was. So Cincinnati's quarterback isn't too bad. I mean, he missed his wide receiver a couple of times, but I thought he was pretty good.
He played well. Yeah, he had. If he could hit one of the 2 deep balls that his receiver had steps on, it's a different game. But a couple other things as well. Yeah, no, he did not play bad though.
But Coastal -2. Nick covered that one. South Carolina -12.5. This one covered. Wasn't impressed with Spencer Rattler.
No, he played like shit. This was a slow start, but then I was keeping an eye on it. It was a slow start, and then they got it rolling there towards the end.
Yeah.
But Rattler didn't play very well.
Yeah, I want to say he's at like a 25 passer rating right now. I think he threw 2 picks that game, so he did not impress me at all. Louisville -4. This was a very upsetting pick.
You said don't bet against Syracuse at the Carrier.
Yeah, I even said it. I think they lost 31-7. And Malik Cunningham looked like shit. And then covered LSU -3. North Texas, I want to say they lost by like.
Did you just gloss over LSU as your lock?
Yeah, they were my lock. We covered that.
Texas, that was almost nice that you just tried to gloss over that real quick.
+10.5. They lost by damn near 40. That was a terrible pick by me. And then New Mexico State, I was on that with you, Logan, and I finished 3-4. So I'm at 5-7 for the year and 0-2 in my locks.
Okay.
0-5. Y'all covered it.
Oh yeah, no, I was still looking at his thing. Yeah. Joseph had a rough week. We told y'all before we started, take Joseph's picks with a grain of salt. He's an NFL guy. He's his first time really betting college football. He feels like the nail's been put in his coffin. I keep trying to say there's still plenty of time.
Some of them were a bit ridiculous.
Well,
I'm not going to say ridiculous, but Purdue was about to come down and score, and then the jackass gets tackled from behind and fumbles. I thought it was going out of bounds, but no. Big ass fucking Joey Porter's son has to be right there, climb on it, and then look, West Virginia and Pitt under was looking like my lock was looking like a great pick.
Yeah,
it was.
There was 10 points scored with 3 minutes left in the first half.
That's the struggle with over-unders.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. That's why I bet minimal. I bet minimal over-unders, I feel. I go more spread bets. But sometimes, I mean, UNC App State over 56, they score goddamn 500 points.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's a rough start, but we prefaced it. Look, take Joseph's picks with a grain of salt. Justin, I think you might need to start selling the people on your picks as well. LSU was I didn't like it when it was picked. I didn't like the LSU as the lock. I understand you added it, but as a lock, that's what I'm saying. There's too many question marks. I felt
really confident in it.
You guys value your
but
locks
you
a
did.
lot more.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yes.
You would rather be way more confident in your lock than going 4-1 and your lock being the one that misses.
I bet double on my lock. My locks are 2 units. So, no, your locks are your most important bet. That's your sure thing. If you have a fucking horrible year, but you go goddamn 12, 13-0 in your locks,
that's something to hang your hat
we
on.
Can sell that. Yeah, we can market that.
Right.
Dude, check this out.
What?
Look at these crazy-ass scoring they got in this league.
Oh, Roger's going for 50.
Look at the 84
for Eli Mitchell. Why is he projected for 84?
I'm gonna have to talk to somebody about this.
What a good decision I made not
Jesus
joining.
Christ, $100 league. Elijah Mitchell's projected for 84
teams
points.
Projected for 325.
Yeah,
What are we doing?
Okay, I would bow out. Justin, sell the people on why they should listen to your picks.
I mean, I don't think I've ever proven that I'm
Any
bad
good?
at this. I think I'm.
Dickhead.
Yeah, I think I've.
What'd he say?
Any good?
Oh, but you're the NFL guy. That is undoubted.
I mean, but
That's
I've also never
cemented in
done
stone.
bad in college either.
What was your
give it to
record
him.
last year?
I was like a couple games under 500.
And that's good.
I mean,
It's not good, but it
Not
was better.
good,
It was
but-
better than mine. I mean, he didn't put 20 units on Georgia, but
Hey, y'all are talking about how 500's not that bad in sports betting.
no, 500 is not bad. If you go
so
five,
he
I mean,
hasn't done bad then.
It's not good though.
no, yeah, it's not what you shoot for.
Well, yeah, you shoot for 100%. Come on.
Yeah, but if you're above 50%, that's a decent year.
Yeah.
55 and above is a good year, or above 55 is damn near great year. But below 50% is not. It's not good. I didn't have a good year last year, but I had a great national championship bet. So
should they listen to Justin or not?
that's for Justin to sell them on.
I mean, I think so.
There's
I mean,
still a lot of year left.
yeah.
You know?
I mean, I think the first couple weeks are the hardest. I mean, you're still trying to figure teams out and whatnot.
Yeah.
This also is NFL's back, so it's first episode we're breaking down NFL games too.
Yeah. It is hard because, like, even this week I have a couple question marks because I don't know about some of the teams, you know?
Mm-hmm. Talking about
I haven't got to really see them yet.
Yeah. All right.
So I don't know how bad they stink.
Yeah. I'll start it off. So week 2, college football. After that, our NFL picks will follow right behind. All right, South Carolina versus Arkansas. We just saw both of these two teams last week. Justin was on Carolina and Arkansas. I was on Cincinnati, but got a good look at the Razorbacks. Arkansas is currently 8.5-point favorites. The over-under sits at 53.5. Like I just said, Arkansas squeaked out a cover against Cincinnati. As expected, they continued last season's trend, had a great success running the football, 224 yards, 5 yards per carry. South Carolina's coming off a 35-14 win over Georgia State, a deceiving score in comparison to the stat sheet. South Carolina was 3 of 14 on third down, and Rattler looked rough, 23 of 37, 227 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. For me personally, KJ Jefferson still has to prove that he can do it with his arm. They're going to lean on the run. The hook scares me with the points, so I'm going to stay away there, which actually it was 7.5 when I was breaking this down. That's why I have that in there. I'm taking the under 53.5.
Okay.
Under 53.5 South
It's
Carolina,
8.5
Arkansas.
though, right?
Yes, that's
Okay.
why I said it was 7.5. That's why I said the hook scares me. While I was going to stay away from Arkansas, the spread then grew to 8.5. But regardless, I'm on the under 53.5.
Yeah, I'm on this game as well.
What are you taking?
South Carolina gave up 200 yards on the ground against Georgia State, 5 yards per carry. That worries me, but they play well against the pass. On offense, they were okay, but they weren't really able to establish the run. Quarterbacks didn't play. They didn't play very good, judging by their third down efficiency. Arkansas can run the ball, so that's what scares me the most about this is if they get that running game going and South Carolina can't stop them, then what's going to happen? Arkansas's defense is good, but I think they're a little bit susceptible in the secondary. I don't know. Here I just think 8.5 is too much. I'm going to go with South Carolina.
Yeah, I was interested to see the line grow from 7.5 to 8.5. I thought it was going to stay right there, maybe even potentially go down to 7. Arkansas didn't wow me at all.
No.
So I would say,
And like you said, KJ Jefferson's not going to light you up throwing it.
No. That's why I felt like Cincinnati schemed fairly well for him. So
I think Rattler might be able to get back on track, get on track a little bit against Arkansas. I just think they're secondary. They lost some players in the transfer portal. And if you look at with Cincinnati had success later in the game, they were able to throw it on them a little bit. So.
Yeah, there might be something to take from that.
I would say most of the success Jefferson had throwing the ball last year as well was just tossing it up to Treylon Burks.
Yeah, that was a big part of why I took Cincinnati, because if you look at any highlight they had, the ball was going to Treylon Burks.
Yeah.
So, I agree. Are either one of y'all on this game?
I'm not.
I'm not.
Okay. I jumped ahead. I do have a Friday game. Are y'all on a Friday game?
I'm not.
I have one, but it's my lock.
Okay, you can save it to the end. I'll give you my Friday game then. Bronco Nation, let's ride. I'm back. Boise State just got absolutely embarrassed by Oregon State. Boise State 16.5-point favorites. Anytime that they were 16-point favorites last year, they covered only twice, but they were 2-0. Like I said, Boise just got embarrassed. Bachmeier got benched after 3 drives with a turnover, with 3 consecutive turnover drives. Safe to say this was not the start Andy Avalos was expecting in his second year with the team. A silver lining was Boise's third down defense. They need to hit a reset button. New Mexico State will present them with that button. They're going to run them out of the building. I understand how bad Boise looked. Hank Bachmeier was shell-shocked. I would be shocked if they roll with the backup, who played the vast majority of the game. Once Bachmeier went out, the backup played the remainder of the game, so it's basically 3.5 quarters. I think they go back to Bachmeier. This is a good chance for him to kind of get back on track a little bit. New Mexico's terrible. So.
He's fast, the backup, Taylon Green.
Yeah.
That 74-yard touchdown, he burned everybody.
Yeah, his accuracy would look a little shaky, though. Yeah. Boise beats up on the bad teams. So give me Boise in a spot that they have to get back on track. They can't even play a close game with New Mexico, or else they're gonna start looking at Andy Avalos. They're going to start looking all over the place. Boise still has high expectations for their program. Give me the Blue Broncos. We're back. Let's ride. What's your next one?
I don't know. Anybody messing with this Alabama game?
Yes.
Well, I'm not. I don't know what I'm gonna bet, but it's the game I was looking at. So
he did the same thing with Cincinnati and Arkansas.
I'm on it. Yeah, I'm on it
as well.
Okay. Well, do we want to go straight to that?
Yeah.
Okay. Alabama, Texas in Austin. Alabama's 20-point favorites. You want it first?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I feel like we're on opposite sides here.
We might be. I doubt it. Go ahead.
Alabama minus 20.
Yeah, I'm on Alabama minus
Definitely.
20 as well. So this is one of those games in years past. Well, I say years past, weeks past, where I take the underdog, thinking like they might be able to hang in there.
Home dog.
Fucking Oregon, 17.5. It wasn't a home dog for Oregon, but I mean that was a goddamn. I mean that place was packed. I mean it's in Atlanta, packed with Georgia fans. Quinn Ewers did not impress me in his debut. 16 of 24, 225 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick against ULM. The question is, can Bama contain Bijan Robinson? The answer is yes. I felt like Bijan, he didn't really get the ball. He didn't get a chance. He could have gashed ULM if he wanted to. It was a very small sample size. They're trying to save him for Bama, clearly. So Texas is going to come in with this idea of how they're going to be able to move the ball. Will they be able to put up points with Worthy on the outside? They got guys. You have a freshman quarterback. You have a running back that they're going to want to try to feed and get the ball to. Bama is going to knock you off of whatever you want to do, and it's going to come down to can you execute under this intense amount of pressure. I don't think Quinn Ewers is going to be able to do that. They're going to be able to take Bijan Robinson away. Seriously, do we really think that – do you think that Texas's defense is going to be able to stop Bama from putting up 40?
Yeah, that's the biggest concern.
I don't think that Texas is going to find the end zone 3 times.
I don't know.
I think they.
So you're leaning
could.
Texas.
I would lean Texas here, but it's not like something I'm comfortable with even taking. But it's something that like 20 and a half, whatever it is. It's like, dude, this game could be 7. It could be a 7-point game at halftime, 7-point game in the third quarter, and then all of a sudden, bam, Texas completely collapses.
Like we saw
wins by 4 touchdowns.
Well, we saw him collapse multiple times last year.
So I would maybe consider the over as well, 64.5. I think that Texas, if they want a shot and if it's not close in the first half, then they have no chance of coming back. So I would give them a chance to stick around for a little bit in the first half, which kind of entices me to take the home team getting points in the first half. I don't know what it's going to be. It could be like 12 points.
I would think if you're going to lean Texas, you got to lean over. because Alabama is going to be able to score. It's going to be, can Texas score?
I think Texas will score more points than they think they're going to score. And
I wonder what their team
I don't
total's
think
at.
Alabama's going to be stopped much. So I guess the over would be what I would be leaning the most here. But I'm just going to stay away totally probably.
Yeah, I mean, when you got
I think 20.5 is just so much to be given up when you're at home. I mean, I think Texas's offense is good enough to hang around, but for how long, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we saw them compete with LSU on our 2019 year. But I mean, when you got Will Anderson running on the other side of the field, going wherever Bijan's going, but they're gonna live in the backfield. They're gonna rattle Quinn Ewers. Like I said, I didn't really feel like he looked spectacular. That interception was a bad throw. It was not a good throw, and that's ULM. So you're gonna get put in a lot of positions where you have to be really, really sharp. And if they get behind the 8-ball fast, which I think they can, it's going to be – we don't know how he's going to respond. He really has not played meaningful football since his, junior year of high school. So you're getting thrown to the absolute fire now. You know? That was why I took Texas against ULM. I thought Quinn Ewers was going to come out and, go for 400 yards and fucking 5 touchdowns like Bryce Young did.
Yeah.
Well, Bryce Young didn't – he threw 5 touchdowns. Didn't go for 400 yards. But – I'm going to be honest. This is one of those. I think Bama's going to just absolutely beat up on them. I really do. I don't think Texas has the secondary to remotely hold Alabama's wide receivers for a second. And if they can take Bijan Robinson away, which I think they will, then it comes down to Quinn Ewers, and there's just too many question marks there on if he's going to be able to get it done.
Yeah, I agree.
He might be able to, but
I think it'll be close for a little while though. But Alabama's going to pull away later in the game, and the question is, how will it be with enough time to cover the full spread, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Clemson just a completely different team, I understand. But Clemson just showed us how quickly you can jump out to a lead. Clemson had no business covering that 24 last night.
Yeah.
So, Justin, are you on this game?
I'm not, but what is the over-under on this?
Nick?
64.5.
Okay.
So are you still deciding if you're taking it?
I'm leaving it alone right now.
Okay. And so you and I are on Bama?
Yeah, I actually have the same thing written down as what you just talked about.
Uh-huh.
I believe we'll have to see what Ewers is made of, because I really think Will Anderson and Dallas Turner can keep Bijan contained for the most of the game. He might end up with, like he did last week, 60, 70 and a touchdown. But I don't think Texas' defense can stop Bama at all.
Yeah.
Bryce Young, you saw what he did last week. I know he's playing Utah State. It's way different, but
yeah,
even in the away environment, Bama's always traveled well, and I think they're going to be able to stop Bijan. And
yeah. So my thoughts on that, I don't think that. I mean, Texas is going to have a home field. Oh, you're saying travel well as a team or as a fan base?
I just mean travel well and win.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, they win everywhere they go. I thought you meant fan base. I was going to say Texas is undoubtedly going to have the home field advantage. It's going to be fucking crazy in there. That team, they're foaming at the mouth to have a competitive program again, and this is their best chance in a while that they feel. So, but
you went to one of their games over there?
No.
That would have been fun.
I would have loved to go in 2019. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's too many guys over there for Bama. It's just the talent level is just better. So it's like if you can't really look at it this way, I understand, but if Georgia can make Oregon look like that, I think that Bama and Georgia are that far ahead of everybody else. So if Georgia can make Oregon look like that, I would assume that Bryce Young is going to trounce that fucking secondary, which is the weakest part of Texas's defense. At least it has been in years past.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I like that comparison. I like that.
I mean, it's tough to say just because Georgia. That's not exactly what I'm saying. It's just because Georgia beat Oregon, but I do feel like those two are just well ahead of the pack. Yeah. So yeah, give me Bama -20. Me and Joseph are on it. It could be a bad sign for me, but it also could be a good sign for you. We'll find out. What is your first one on Saturday?
Going to Boston College and Virginia Tech. I'm going to be taking the over at 46 in this one. I got to watch a little bit of Boston College and Rutgers, and it was pretty ugly to watch, but Boston likes to throw the ball a shit ton, and so does Virginia Tech.
Phil Jerkovich is good.
Yeah. So I like him.
They had a lot of high hopes when he decided to come back. I was telling you that at the end of last year that I felt like BC was going to be a team to keep an eye on. They believe in Phil Jerkovich. I don't know a ton about him. I'm not going to pretend, but I've seen him play a few games. He's definitely talented, but you're going over?
Yeah, I'm going over 46, and then I'm going to also take Boston College +3.
Okay. What is your next one?
App State at Texas A&M.
Okay, we were talking about this a little bit. What are you thinking?
Last week, App State allowed 215 yards rushing, and North Carolina was 9 of 14 on third down. A&M was less than impressive running the football last week against Sam Houston, but look for A&M to do a better job establishing a run against a weaker defense. And Hayes King, I think that if there's a defense you can have success against throwing it, it's App State. They just give you a lot of underneath stuff, so I think that A&M will be able to get the ball into their playmakers' hands, and that it'll be too much for App State. I don't think that App State's going to be able to do much on offense, especially on third down if they're put behind the chains a little bit, if they can't run the football. So what I'm predicting is that Chase Bryce struggles against the Aggie D and the crowd there, so I'm taking A&M minus 18.5.
Okay.
It seems like a lot, but it's like
I think it's going to grow too. If it hits around like 3 touchdowns,
yeah,
I would lean App State. I think more money's going to come in on A&M. It could be a little bit of a look ahead spot too. They got Miami next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, App State's defense is atrocious. Clearly, they just gave up 60+ to North Carolina.
And Chase Bryce is good, but it's just gonna be the environment's gonna be totally different than what he's
Yeah, I feel like this is a game that's going to answer a lot of questions too because Haynes King didn't look good.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, if you believe that he's going to be able to get what he wants against App State's defense, which, judging by their game against North Carolina, he very well may, it's like that's the question that needs to be answered. Is Haynes King going to be able to get what he wants against a porous defense, or is Haynes King just not that good? Like that question's going to be answered. So, yeah, you're gambling on that he's going to be able to get what he wants.
I mean, they have a lot of talent at wide receiver and running back as well. So if you can't do it against App State, good luck going forward. Ranked number 6, you're going to drop some spots.
Yeah, the little bit of a look-ahead spot worries me a little bit. Do they pull at some point? I know if they find themselves up 24 points in the fourth quarter, I know you don't plan for that, but
I mean, this spread's not that large for me to concern. I mean, the back door is always something you got to think about, but
yeah.
18.5 isn't something that I'm going to be.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a big jump, but I've seen a lot of spreads jump pretty substantially already. If it were to hit 3 touchdowns.
I don't think they pull people unless if they're up
30+.
28 points, something like that.
Yeah.
But the thing you got to worry about, though, is if they are up big and it was kind of closer, then they go into prevent, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you give up an easy backdoor touchdown just trying to make them waste time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not touching that game. So that, like I said, that's one where questions got to be answered for me. Or either one of y'all on it?
No, I'm not.
All right. Who wants next?
Go ahead, Justin.
I'm gonna be going to a late game on Saturday night, 9:30. Oregon State and Fresno State. Both these teams have high expectations this year, and I'm gonna go with the over at 61. I think there's gonna be a lot of big plays here, a lot of long touchdowns, probably a good amount of trick plays. But Oregon State's another team that I'm gonna keep my eye on, just like Boston College. I think they have some high upside, and I'm also going to take them at -1.
You're taking Oregon State and the over?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, my next one, I am going Tennessee versus Pitt. Pitt is 7-point underdogs at home, fresh off the backyard brawl. Tennessee is coming off a cakewalk against Ball State. Last I saw, there was 85% of the money was on Tennessee. I'm going to go against the grain here. I'm taking Pitt with the points at home. Slovis impressed me in a very high-intensity game. I understand they got a fortunate pick 6, but I was impressed by Keaton Slovis's play. 2 key players for Pitt got hurt against West Virginia. Defensive end Deslin Alexander and running back Rodney Hammond Jr. Both are expected to be fine. Those should be a full go. 7 points feels like a lot in this one. They have a very good D-line. I think they're going to be able to get to Hooker. Obviously, Hooker can make plays with his legs. It just seems they still have guys at running back. Abanakanda's still there. They've got weapons at wide receiver. I was pleased with the way Slovis played. I think it's too many points. I'm taking Pitt +7.
Yeah, I'm on this one as well. I like Tennessee a lot this year, but a touchdown just seems like a little bit much to be given. Pitt at home.
Yeah, that environment was wild for the backyard brawl.
Yeah, I thought Pitt
nuts.
was clearly better than West Virginia last week. I just thought West Virginia had some fortunate outcomes in some of their drives that kept them alive.
Yeah,
and even though they were in danger of losing the game, I just never thought that West Virginia looked like the better football team.
Yeah, no, I mean there was those like batted balls
Yeah.
that Zero was snatching out the air. West Virginia was very fortunate. I agree. I felt it like never felt like we were in danger of losing the bet, but it did feel like we're getting fortunate.
Pitt was better.
Yes, but I feel like late in the game, West Virginia was up 7.
Yeah.
With the ball.
Yeah, with the ball. So it's like, okay, we should be good. But yeah, it did feel like you were kind of getting one over.
Like later on in the first half, I began to become a little bit worried because it became apparent to me that Pitt was just the more talented team.
Yeah, I think
and that West Virginia was going to have to keep making these kind of tough plays to keep drives alive and stuff, and they did. But like you said, I think where JT Daniels was able to endure the pressure and make tough throws, I think that's where we're going to see Hooker struggle a little bit. It's going to be the tempo of Tennessee's offense versus the Pitt's pass rush, which one wins, because one or the other is going to cancel the other one out. I think Pitt's pass rush is going to be greater than the tempo of Tennessee here, so I'm taking Pitt.
I agree. I was pleased to see that Deslin Alexander wasn't going to be – he was going to be a full go. That was the last report I saw. Now, if that changes somewhere between now and then, nothing I can do about that. But the fact that he's coming back, they have a stacked defensive line. They have a very good defensive line, probably a top 5 defensive line in the country. So, I think Pitt's going to live in the backfield. They're going to run the ball. Slovis is going to make good decisions with the ball. Doesn't mean they'll win, but this is like a 4-point game. There should be a 4-point spread for Tennessee. On the road, you're giving a touchdown. I don't see it. Are either one of y'all on this?
I'm not.
No.
Okay. What's your next one, Joseph?
I'm going back to the Buckeyes. I'm taking them. I know this number's huge, but minus 43.5 against Arkansas State. Now, Arkansas State won by 55 last week, but that was against Grambling. This is a way different environment. They're going to Ohio State, and I think that Stroud and the guys on offense shut everybody up. It's not really shutting them up against Arkansas State. I get that, but there's a lot of questions. They came out slow. I mean, you can accredit Notre Dame's defense to an extent, but I think they come out and they shut a lot of people up. The only thing I'm worried about is maybe the backups.
Well, the back door is always open on spreads.
It's always open on a big spread.
Another question is Jackson Smith and Jigba playing?
Yeah, that too. But they still have weapons besides him.
They do, but he's possibly the best wide receiver in the country. That's something that I would want to know. But yeah, no, I mean they should beat them by. They could beat them by as many points as they want. It's just you roll the dice with that. Yeah, if they're up 50 in the fourth quarter's just now starting, do they go to the backup? But if they are up big, you just got to get over the number with that because they have running backs that they should be able to secure the game, run the game away. So I'm not touching it. It's too many points. I rolled my dice with the big spreads.
You did good with your big spreads last week. USC, Texas.
Yeah, the big ones I did other than New Mexico State. And over 20, we went 3-1 and then lost by a half point. But, all right, Justin, what is your next one?
I just have one more, and it's my lock.
Okay. How many more than you going conservative?
I have a few more, and then a lock.
I have a few more as well. I have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, and a lock. All right. This next one, USC and Stanford. We talked about this a little bit. Stanford's getting 9 at home. 84% of the money is on Stanford. So that worries me a little bit. But if there's a hole in USC's stellar offense, I mean, I saw it firsthand. It's their run defense. They have a great D-line. They're going to be able to get after the quarterback. Their run defense, they were susceptible. Rice was able to move the ball. Like I said, 16-play drive. So, look, I was very happy to cover the 32.5 with USC. I would be lying if I said I wasn't fortunate to get 3 pick sixes, 2 on back-to-back drives. Tip balls. It wasn't like good defense, like reading it and jumping it. It was tip balls that should have been caught for first downs. The chains are going to be able to be moved against this USC Trojans team. They struggled to stop the run on – they were just kind of – they were getting beat off the line, I felt, a little bit. They were able to get after the quarterback, so that worries me a little bit. It looks like they have some good defensive ends that can get into the backfield, but interior-wise, they seem to be able to move the ball. You got E.J. Smith, the son of all-time great Emmitt Smith, running the ball for USC. I'm sorry, running the ball for Stanford. Bad sign. This is a Stanford team that returns the most starters of any team in the Pac-12. Everyone on the offensive line is back. 10 of 11 starters are back. Tanner McKee at quarterback has received a lot of preseason praise thanks to his 6'6" frame, and he's got tremendous arm talent. He can make all the throws. Decision-making is where he has lacked, but it's not due to a lack of talent. Wide receivers Michael Wilson and Bryson Tremaine are fifth-year seniors, and then you've got a 4-year senior and Elijah Higgins in the wide receiver room. USC was very fortunate, like I said, 3 pick sixes. The defense has to prove to me that they can get stops. I'm taking Stanford +9. I'm also taking the over 66.5. Points. Stanford's going to be able to hang in. You on it?
No.
What time's that game come on? Afternoon game, I think.
Yeah, it'll definitely be.
It was one I was thinking about, though, but I just don't.
6:30.
I wish I would have got to see USC a little bit more.
They've got good running backs.
I don't trust, what's his name? Caleb Williams.
I just think it's the defense. 9 is a lot. Stanford plays well at home. 9 is a lot. Who did they upset somebody last year at home?
Shit, who was that? It was a good team.
Was it Oregon?
Yeah. They beat Oregon. I think that's who it was.
Tanner McKee's getting looks,
They
too.
kept talking about Oregon and Ohio State, who should be in the playoff.
Yeah.
Because Oregon beat Ohio State.
And on the road, yeah. Tanner McKee's getting looks from NFL scouts. He's got the size. He's got the arm talent. It's going to be the decision-making. He's got veterans at wide receiver. They're not electric, dynamic wide receivers, but he's got guys that have been in there for a while. They're not. The moment won't be too big for him, I don't think. They're going to be smart. They're not going to shoot themselves in the foot. I mean, they're returning 10 of 11 starters. You're going up against a team with a new head coach, new quarterback, new running back, new wide receiver. Everybody's new. So I'm going to take the team that is proven, not proven. Let's not get it twisted. Stanford's not a good football team, or at least not what they were in years past with like Andrew Luck and all of that. But they've played. It's a good program. They played together for a long time. So I'm going to take the team getting 9 points at home. But we're also going to take the over. I'm trusting in McKee to be able to move the ball. Like I said, I mean, Rice put together a 16-play fucking drive. USC could not get off the field. It was 3rd and short every time. Couldn't get off the field. Which, after that, it was downhill for Rice when you're getting the pick sixes. But that's where I say it's deceiving. Like, if the receivers catch the ball, you're not getting fucking 7 the other way. And who knows if they score on those drives. Like, realistically, it wasn't looking good. After that first drive, I did not feel good. I was like, I don't know. They did not show any sign of being able to stop them. And then when Rice threw the pick 6, they were inside the 20. They were in the red zone, if not right outside of it. And then it's like a 95-yard pick 6 going the other way. I was like, oh, my God, that was fortunate. And then it was just like, okay, they can't stop throwing pick 6s. So, yeah, no, I feel very good about Stanford, if I'm being honest. It's not my lock, but I feel really good about it.
Okay.
What is your next one?
Washington State at Wisconsin. Wisconsin 17-point favorites.
I thought about it.
I'm a little bit worried about this one because there's a little bit I don't know about Washington State. I'm hearing that their quarterback could be a good player, but he's going to have his hands full against a Wisconsin defense. Another thing I'm worried about is Wisconsin wasn't as dominant running the ball last week, but Graham Mertz did play well. They weren't playing anybody any good, so that's something to take into account, but it does matter.
I hate that stupid son of a bitch.
I think Mertz is going to play fine, and the rushing attack gets going late, so I think Wisconsin pulls away in the second half, and I'm going to take Wisconsin -17.
Okay. You just have your lock left? Okay. Well, it's just us. All right. I have – so this one jumped big time on me. I got this at 54.5. I think it's at 57.5 now. Arizona State, Oklahoma State over. I'm going to confirm.
Let me look.
What's that at?
57.5, it looks like. Why, is this your lock?
No. But, I mean,
okay.
I don't know enough about Arizona State's defense.
When's the game?
6:30 p.m. I see 57.5, and then I see 58
Sanders
as well.
had, what, 6 touchdowns last week?
Yes.
And I know it's Central Michigan.
Yeah,
but
so this is my reasoning behind it. So I texted you immediately with the Central Michigan game. I said Oklahoma State is going so goddamn fast. The broadcast couldn't keep up with them. So they want to run a very quick-paced offense. And I'll take it at 57.5. I'll give it out at 57.5. I have it at 54.5. I like that even better. You told me, I'm going to be completely honest, I didn't know. Emory Jones is at Arizona State.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't love him. Hated him at Florida. But for Arizona State standards, it's not bad. Oklahoma State moves so damn fast. Sanders was putting up numbers. They dropped, like I said, nearly 50 points in the first half. I think it was they had 50 like right at the start of the second half. And then, like I said, something happened to their secondary. So you could say, okay, they're going to be fucking on them in practice and they might respond and this and that. Something happened to the secondary to where Daniel Richardson for Central Michigan was dicing them up. So 57.5, I'm going to go over. And I like that one.
Yeah, that sounds like a good bet.
I like that a lot.
I'm getting in on that with you.
Because they also, they didn't play Central Michigan very well towards the end of the second half. Spencer Sanders fell off. Like, they went 3 and out a few times. Like, I think they're going to come out quick. They're going to come out firing. But the defense is also good enough, too, that, I could see defensive scores. I could see the over. It's too low of a number for me. It should be 60 points at least.
All right, yeah, it's one I would consider adding, but I got like so many already.
Yeah. I got you. You're adding it?
It's at 57.5 currently.
Either 57.5 or 58.
Yeah.
I see 57.5.
Yeah,
like I said, I got 54.5.
Because I was looking at that game. Yeah, I'm adding that.
Okay.
Just needed some convincing.
All right, all I have left is my lock.
All right, I have 2 more plays in the same game,
Okay.
and then my lock.
What's the game?
UAB minus 6.5 at Liberty. Liberty played 3 guys at quarterback last week. Charlie Brewer broke his hand. He's out.
Charlie Brewer was with Liberty?
Yeah, he went to Liberty, but
From Baylor?
he only threw it 4 times and broke his hand, yeah. And then Utah as well. He went to Utah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
So
he got beat out by Cam Rising. They benched Brewer, and then Rising came in and started running the table.
Right.
Okay.
But I think they ended up finding their guy in Caden Salter. He's a highly recruited guy out of Texas, but he got in some trouble. He was enrolled at Tennessee, but got in trouble for burglary. So he ended up at Liberty. Lucky for Liberty, because he seems like a really good player. He led the team in rushing. He came in as the 3rd guy to come in the game and led them to a victory in overtime against USM. It's like, I know UAB is such a good team. They have like such a really good running attack. Their defense is pretty good, but it's like, I just think that this is too many points at home, especially for this guy who's kind of unknown. He wears 7 like Malik Willis. I mean, he played like him last week. I think it's too many points, so I'm going to go with Liberty.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a stretch because it is a really tough UAB team who can run the football and take control of the game, but I'm also going to go with the over 50 here.
Okay.
Because I think UAB will still be able to move the ball, but I think Liberty kind of can keep up with them.
Okay. All right. So all we have left are our locks.
Yep.
Wait, I thought you had 2 left.
That was
the second
Liberty
one?
plus
Spread
6.5
and
and the
okay,
over
gotcha.
50.
All right. You want to go first?
Yeah, I don't really have that much here because it's New Mexico State at UTEP. UTEP's 14-point favorites. I'm not going to sit here like some people and try to sell you on New Mexico State.
Hey.
Right? They're not a good football team. But you know who else isn't good? UTEP. They have no business being 14-point favorites here. I'm taking New Mexico State plus 14 as the lock of the week.
So you are trying to sell us on New Mexico State. If they wouldn't play if they would put Frakes in. They went back to Pavia. He's trash. I can't help that. I handicapped that game because of the backup. That's bad juju.
What?
That's bad luck.
3rd time's a charm, brother.
Oh, I'll be pissed. All right.
No, I think they showed potential. They showed something in that first game against Nevada. Clearly, they were outmatched by Minnesota. But against Nevada, if it weren't for the turnovers, it would have been a totally different game. Probably would have won.
I agree. That's why I took them against goddamn Minnesota.
But UTEP is not the team that they were last year. And we've seen it through the first two games.
Who they just get killed by last week?
I forget who they played, but they got beat by North Texas, who wasn't any good. Who crushed North Texas? Oh, SMU.
Yeah.
You don't care about Mordecai, do you?
No, fuck.
You didn't see what he did to your team?
I saw it, yeah.
Yeah, you should care. Because he said, fuck you.
You asked him if he knew who he was.
Yeah, and
I didn't.
he said, no, fuck him.
He's been there forever.
Yeah.
All right. Justin, you can go next.
Okay. So my lock of the week is going to be UCF. That was bad.
I was about to say.
UCF -6.5 against Louisville. Louisville's coming off of a short week after losing to Syracuse. Cunningham did not look good. They couldn't get anything going. Syracuse got about 500 total yards against them. So that's not good. But last year Louisville beat UCF 42-35, and Cunningham had a monster game, but I don't think that's going to be the same case this year. Syracuse pretty much laid out the blueprint on how to slow them down. He does not like pressure at all. So I think UCF will have a good job at doing that. And then, so I'm taking
right.
UCF -6.5.
I'm going to be honest. I think you have a bad habit of trying to get one back over on teams that burned you the week before. I was looking at Louisville in this game, to be honest. You and I were talking about this game a little bit, but you didn't say who you were looking at.
Yeah, I was going to lean Louisville because I just think that it's an overreaction of what happened to them last week against Syracuse.
That's exactly what I was thinking, too. Doesn't mean UCF won't cover, but I feel like you did it with North Texas.
I did.
And I feel like you have a bad habit of trying to chase after these teams that just lost for you the week before, and you feel like you got to bet the other team. Because they play each other often, don't they? They know each other.
They play each other.
Well, I remember the game last year. It's like high scoring and came down to the end.
Yeah.
But
it's a new quarterback for UCF, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's John Rice Plumlee. Yeah, I didn't take it, but you asked if I had Friday games. I said I was looking at some, which is only 2, but I was already on one of them. But yeah, I was looking at it. I thought I was going to lean Louisville, but then I stayed away. Let's see. What is the money looking like? This app sometimes pisses me off.
ESPN pisses me off.
The money's pretty much even. 51% of the money's on UCF, 49's on Louisville. Yeah, I don't know.
It seems like a lot.
6.5.
I don't know how good UCF is,
Yeah.
So you never want to be.
I know they got Gus Malzahn. They got those 2 transfer wide receivers. They got the dude from Florida, and I want to say a dude from Bama.
Yeah, but you got to give us names. I don't know who the fuck any
they
of those guys are.
They did beat Florida last year, but Florida was in complete disarray.
Yeah, 29-17. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. UCF very well could cover.
I don't know enough about him, but I know last year you probably would say that Gabriel was a better quarterback than the guy they have now, and then they still weren't.
Not probably. You could definitely say Dylan Gabriel was a better quarterback than John Rice.
Weren't really that good against the spread last year.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, the only trend there is that that Louisville didn't cover for you, and now you're going against them again.
It could be a trap because I don't think the score is indicative of how talented Cunningham is in this
Well, he had high expectations this year. Higher, at least. Yeah. I don't think he's good. I don't.
He'll put games together just when you think he's not any good anymore.
Yeah, but it's kind of like people are writing off LSU. People are writing off all these teams because of what happened week 1. Ohio State, not writing off Ohio State, but it's like, I did it. Is Stroud not going to light it up as well? I didn't say that necessarily, but he was the reason that I felt like they didn't cover the spread.
Right.
But yeah, like I said, they very well could cover, but all right.
You want to go last?
Yeah, I'll go last.
I'm not going to get hyped up because I'm 1-8, but
that changes this week.
It fucking changes this week. You're damn right it does.
There you go.
Let's go to the damn cornfields. I'm taking the under. This game is really low.
Where are the cornfields?
Really low. Iowa cornfields.
Oh, God.
All right, this game is super low. But I'm going under. Under 41.
I looked at this game.
I meant to make a note of that. They scored 7 points and didn't score a touchdown.
Yeah.
They had 2 safeties and a field goal.
Yeah.
Spencer Petras had a quarterback rating of 1.1.
Terrible.
1.1.
That's nuts.
See, this one's that's weird though, because that's the that's
really
weird.
low.
Well, like I said, you're new to betting college football. That game, it's Iowa State, right?
Correct.
That game is fucking weird. I avoid that game like the plague.
Last year was 27-17. Now you got to think they also
Iowa State will fuck up. They'll look good, and then they'll let Iowa get back in with the defensive fucking turnover or defensive touchdown. Something weird always happens.
But that's why I think it's going to be low. This is a very defensive-minded team in Iowa. Their offense is terrible. They're not going to be able to score the ball much.
Well, yeah, definitely. No, a lot of people are going to – that's probably going to be the popular – well, I don't know because it's such a low number.
It's so low that I feel like a lot of people are going to – oh, that's too low.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's how this game goes.
I'm trying to find it right now. If I had to guess, I would think that the money would be on the under, though. Yeah. What are you doing? Are you looking for it?
Yeah, I'd like to know that.
And what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I wouldn't go over.
Yeah, no, it's
You stay away from the number?
it's like it's such a low number, but it's like, yeah, you can't bring yourself to take the over though after you just saw them score 7 points without a touchdown. Spread wise, sharp money's on Iowa State, but the total sharp money's on the over, 41.5. 77% of the money's on the under. The public's on the under. That's why I said if I had to bet,
I'm taking
it's
over.
because definitely just roll with it.
No,
That's
I'm going with the under.
But it is because people are seeing exactly that they scored 7 points with
right.
And it's like Petras has got to be a 5th-year senior now. I feel like he's been there for a goddamn decade.
He's just not an accurate passer.
Yeah.
But they lost their good running back. Goodwin's not there anymore, I don't think.
Yeah.
So
But from a
that was how they really move the ball.
From a football standpoint, just looking at what you have in front of you, you have Iowa, who scored 7 points on San Diego State. They have no offense at all.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You're new,
or South Dakota State, whatever the fuck it was.
You're new to this though, whereas these teams play each other all the time, and weird shit fucking happens in this game.
So what would you would stay away from the points?
Well, I'm not touching it.
Yeah.
I personally am not touching it because it's a weird game. That doesn't mean it won't hit. That's what I always say. It very well may hit. But my guess was that the public would be on the under.
Yeah.
That's what I was before I could find it.
Fuck.
But no, that doesn't mean shit. I mean, that it very well could be a goddamn 10-7 game.
I have written down, I think this will be one of those 13-10 games.
It very well could be. So it's going to be tough for them to score. You're just going to have to sit there and hope for no kick return touchdowns, no pick sixes, no scoop and score fumbles.
Iowa's got a lot of guys on defense. A lot of guys on defense.
Well, they always do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always do. And
they returned a lot of their All-American linebackers and Riley Moss.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I mean, we'll see. You need it. So.
Bad.
All righty. I'm going to be completely honest with everybody. I think this might be the best game of the weekend. I'm going BYU -3.5. I got it at 3. It's at 3.5 now. I'll still take it. That hook scares me, but we're going with the Cougars. There's no holy war this year. No BYU Utah. This is going to be the biggest game played for BYU in their home stadium by far. 9:15 p.m. kickoff, so 7 p.m. their time. The place is going to be nuts. The holy war, if you remember, was always batshit crazy. They're going to have a huge home field advantage. Obviously, I like Dave Aranda and Baylor, but I really like BYU. I wanted to take them last week. I kind of got swayed away by a lot of people being on USF. BYU looked damn good. You got Jaron Hall at quarterback. You have a very balanced offense. They're going to be able to run the ball like they always have. I think they had over 200 rushing yards last week. Give me the Cougars at home, -3.5. I really like 3 better, which is what I have it at. I placed the bet very early. I've been looking all day, praying that it would go back to the 3, but I'll still take them at 3.5. That home field advantage is the real deal. They have a veteran in Jaron Hall who's been there for a while now, and they have a really good running game. So
yeah,
I think that they're going to have Baylor's got a good defense, obviously. Dave Aranda's a very good defensive coach. They have a very balanced offense, though. I think that I think the home field advantage is going to play a big part. So give me BYU with the points. Surprised nobody else is on that. That's going to be a fucking really good game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game.
What time
Like
is that
I'm
game?
being dead, 9:15,
The night game.
late fucking game, and it's going to be crazy. The atmosphere there, because I mean, I bet the Holy War. Well, year one is when I really found out what the Holy War was, and that was when they were both good. That was Zach Wilson and Tyler Huntley, Zach Moss. That first one was wild. I don't know if I could be wrong. I very well could be wrong. But I don't think I was on the wrong side of the Holy War since we started the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know.
I could be wrong on that. But there's no Holy War this year, which is bullshit. Why? BYU, Utah? That'd be an incredible game this year, too. Utah's good again.
Yeah.
Why are we getting robbed of the Holy War? But, yeah, give me BYU. I'll take a -3.5, even though -3 is better. I mean, with Baylor, they beat the shit out of Albany or whoever the hell they were playing. But you got to go out there, out west. Late game. I don't know. It's going to be a really good game. I feel good about BYU, though. I think this is, really, they have just as good a chance as any Group of 5 team to make some noise. So you win this one, you really got a chance. I know they have another good game on their schedule. I know they play Notre Dame, but that's on the road. They play Oregon, but that's on the road. They play Arkansas at home, but that's not for like another month and a half. The place is going to go nuts. This is the biggest game that they're going to have on their schedule this year at home. Arkansas could be better if they continue to win games and maybe get in the top 10, but Baylor's the number 9 ranked team in the nation right now. So I feel good about that one. I'm going to be honest. I feel good about that one. I feel good about Stanford. I like Pitt a lot. I feel good about my games this week. Could be a horrible sign, but I really do. So that's everybody, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, to recap mine. Friday, give me Boise -16.5. Starting it off on Saturday, South Carolina, Arkansas under 53.5. Another 11 o'clock kickoff, if I saw it correctly. Alabama -20. Taking Pitt +7. Stanford +9 in the over 66.5. Then I'm taking the over in Arizona State, Oklahoma State over 57.5. And my lock of the week is the BYU Cougars -3.5.
All right, I'm going with South Carolina +8.5, Texas A&M -18.5, Pitt +7, Wisconsin -17, Liberty +6.5, the UAB Liberty over 50, and then my lock of the week is New Mexico State +14.
Oh yeah, you did. Okay, I was like, wait, did I miss that? All right, Justin, what do you recap yours real quick?
I got Boston College +3 against VTech, and then I'm also taking the over at 46 in that game. Then I have Oregon State -1 against Fresno State, and I'm also going to take the over at 61. And then for my lock of the week, I'm going with UCF -6.5 versus Louisville.
So, yeah, you came for me for hyping up New Mexico State, and then you make them your lock?
Yeah.
I do like them. I'd be lying if I said I didn't look at it.
I'm a money line these motherfuckers.
Can't do it. Can't do it. Their defense is fucking trash. All right, Joseph, go through yours real quick.
I got early Saturday, Ohio State -43.5 against Arkansas State. I'm taking Bama -20 against Texas. I just added on Arizona State, Oklahoma State under 57.5, riding that with you. And my lock of the week is the under 41 Iowa State and Iowa.
All righty. All right, there you go. College football week 2. That is our picks. I'm currently leading the way at 6-6-1, but somebody's going to be over 500 when this week is in the books. At least we better be. All right, NFL is back. Big Thursday game, kicking it off with the Bills and Rams. For those who don't know, new listeners to the podcast, we always bet the Thursday game no matter what. You don't have a choice. Clearly, Joseph did not get that memo because he didn't listen to the podcast in years past. We always bet the Thursday game, and historically, I dominate Thursday. So, with that being said, Buffalo on the road, defending Super Bowl champs, 2.5-point favorites on the road. This is not an easy one.
Hell no, this is fishy.
This is why I wasn't
It's
betting
very
it.
fishy.
A fishy line.
I'll go first. I'm taking the Bills. The public's all over the Bills. I'm all over the Bills. I think we see a little bit of a Rams regression this year. Buffalo's the outright betting favorite to win the Super Bowl. It gets a little bit more difficult if you lose the season opener. The fact that it's under 3, if it was at 3, I would take the Rams. It's that close for me. So 3 points, I'm taking the Rams. 2.5, give me the Bills.
I got it at 2 now. That's what I'm seeing.
Well, I already got my bet in at 2.5, but I see 2.5.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, if you can get it at 2.
Is it at 2 or 2?
I'm seeing what?
Is it at 2 or is it at 2? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll go by what we're able to get. Real quick. Motherfucker, I hit first half. I see 2.5.
Oh, okay.
Right there. It's still 2.5.
Let me see.
2.5. Can't let everybody see what I use. It's 2.5.
All right. I'm going under 52.
Okay. Really?
Yeah. That's the line. I want to take the Bills so bad, but I just feel like that's
It is weird. I don't like, when I was looking at it, I was hoping that people would be on the Rams getting points at home, but the public is all over the Bills. And I hate that. I hate being on the public side, but I can't take the Rams. I think I'm going with the Bills. Just going to do it.
Yeah. I'm going under 52.
Okay. All right. Joseph, which side are you on?
I wasn't.
Well, you have to.
That's my bad for lack of preparation. But I was going to say what Nick just said, under 52.
Okay.
Taking that as well.
Yeah, I think it just. I mean, could it come out and both teams start scoring, it be an electric game? Yeah, but I think that the defense kind of muddies everything up. Both these defenses are pretty good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
All right. And we will preface Justin's pick with the fact that he did go 60-32 last year, which is damn impressive. So for everybody listening right now, the person you need to listen to more than anything until further notice is Justin when it comes to NFL picks. So Justin, with that being said, even though I dominate Thursday, which side are you on?
I'm agreeing with you. I'm on the Bills -2.5 as well. I think the Rams are going to take a step back here, and yeah, I mean, I'm going with the Bills -2. If it was at like 3.5 or 3, then yeah, I would take the Rams. But since it's at 2.5, then yeah, give me the Bills.
Okay. Again, save your locks till the end.
Okay.
Unless that was your lock.
No.
Okay. All right. So it's kind of tough looking at these.
These are tough.
It is. Yeah, I agree. I have four other plays outside of Thursday, so 5.
I only have 2. I'm on 3 a week.
I have 2.
2. Damn. So,
3.
okay. All right. I'm taking the Cardinals +4.5 at home. I know I could be sleeping on the Chiefs a little bit. Wait, no, I'm tripping. I said 4.5. It's 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah, 6.5. How did I fuck that up? Am I missing something? Like, they always start strong.
Yeah, they do.
The Cardinals start every year good, and then they fade off. I clearly, I got to confirm this. Was I that? What did I look at? Was I way off? They always start strong. Every single year, they'll go 8-0, and then they'll just fall off a cliff. Yeah. 6.5. I like it even more.
Yeah, it does seem like a lot.
At home, you got, I mean.
But I hate the Cardinals.
You do, indeed. Yeah, give me the Cardinals +6.5. First game or my first bet for Sunday at least. On my sheet, not in order these games. So that's at 325. Which first NFL play?
Eagles Sunday? -4 at Lions. I'm going Lions +4 at home.
I wanted to do it so bad. I really wanted to do that.
I love the Lions.
Yeah, you can't not. They're the best team to bet on.
Yeah, they're a good team, and don't get it twisted. This is their year to turn things around. They lost a lot of close games, so many close ones last year, especially in the beginning of the season when they couldn't find their first win.
They've got weapons on offense.
No, yeah. I mean, it's up to Goff to get the ball to his tight end and his running back.
Yes. Well,
and then on the outside, yeah, they still got players there too. So it's like
DJ Chark.
Yeah, it's mainly Goff's got to
if you watch Hard Knocks,
get the cobwebs out of his ears.
If you watch Hard Knocks, you'll think Goff's going to the Pro Bowl. They're good at doing that. I was talking to my dad about that. Like, he was saying he thinks Goff's going to have a good year. I said Hard Knocks is good at making them look better than maybe they are. But yeah, no, they have guys on the offensive side of the football. A very good running back, an emerging wide receiver who showed a lot of promise, a top 5 tight end. If he's not 5, he's 6.
Yeah.
But then they keep being shitty, so they keep getting good defensive guys. You got Jeff Okuda at corner. You got Aiden Hutchinson coming off the edge.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. This one's going to be one that's decided by a field goal either way, I think.
Yeah, I think I'll take the Lions. I'm going to add the Lions. I was looking at it for quite a while. The majority of NFL
Okuda's
games.
back.
I would assume it's the start of the year.
Well, he was out all year last year, right? From the beginning of the season.
Yeah, he was injured.
Yeah, I would
The first game of the season.
assume he's going to be fine. That's a long time to be out if not.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, all right, I'll take the Lions. Joseph, what's your first NFL pick?
I am
Sunday?
on the Saints in Atlanta. -5.5. I don't think whatever look we get from Mariota and the Falcons that we won't be able to stop it. I think they don't score any more than 10 to 13 points, and I don't think they'll be able to stop Kamara at all. I think he'll run the ball with ease, and it's a 21-24 to 10-13 game is what I see.
Okay. Worries me a little bit. I'm staying away from it. Divisional matchup. Sometimes those running quarterbacks can kind of give us a little bit of a trouble. Saw it with Jalen Hurts last year. I mean, realistically, yeah, on paper we should blow them out of the water. They don't have anybody at wide receiver. They don't have anybody on the offensive side of the football outside of Kyle Pitts. And we have a lot more weapons now on the offensive side of the ball, but I'm not touching it to start the year. Are you on this one, Justin?
No, I'm not, but I am on the Eagles and Lions game.
Okay, which side?
I'm actually going to take the Eagles -4. I think this is going to be one of the better games this week. I mean, like you touched on about like the Hard Knocks thing. That's why I'm kind of leaning away from the Lions. I also think the Eagles are a good team, and they have high expectations this year. But I think this is going to be a really good game. I'm interested to see how Hutchinson does against, a mobile quarterback like Hurts. But yeah, I'm gonna ride with the Eagles at -4.
When you say you think it's going to be a really good game, you think it's going to be a close game?
I think it'll be like a touchdown deciding game. Yeah.
What about the Hard Knocks made you think Eagles?
No, like how Logan said, how like Hard Knocks makes it seem like golf's a lot better than what he actually is.
What?
Gotcha.
It's a movement on my line, my lock.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, no, I to be completely honest, I think the Eagles might be a little overhyped. Everybody's raving about their roster because they went and made these moves for people. A.J. Brown, obviously they just got Gardner Johnson.
Ian Book.
Yeah, Ian Book.
I mean, they just got, yeah.
The Eagles were not that fucking good last year.
I still like Hurts, though.
That's fine.
I think Hurts can have a really good year this year.
Yeah, maybe in fantasy.
No, I think on the football field. I don't know enough about their defense. I know they have a semi-decent defense, but I think he can lead his team to some victories and possibly even the NFC East.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The NFC East is extremely weak. So outside of you've just got to do better than the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Who have historically underachieved.
You got to get through Detroit first.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, honestly, of anybody, the pressure's on Justin this year in the NFL. Is that fair to say?
I'm coming back with my fucking name and prominence.
I'm just saying. Is it fair to say that all the pressure is on Justin this year?
Yeah, I mean, it is. We're trying to see if he's a fraud or not.
Was it just a
one
hit wonder?
Right.
Yeah.
Was he old?
Stay strong, brother.
What's some players that were one-hit wonders? Jeremy Lin. Are you just a Jeremy Lin?
That's yeah. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. That's a good if he does fall off a cliff, yeah, that would be a good comparison. All right. Speaking of the Cowboys, I'm taking the Cowboys +2 at home. I'm interested to see if you're going to make the same mistake as last year. You were on the
Hell
Bucks
no, that ain't my lock. Y'all should know my lock.
You only have a lock left.
Yeah.
All right, Cowboys +2. Home dog getting points. You got a lot of turmoil going over there in Tampa. Lot of injuries on the offensive line. Tom's losing his entire family, and he's only getting older by the day. So give me the Cowboys +2 on a team that eventually you got to either fucking win something or sell the team, Jerry. So I'm taking Cowboys getting points at home. You only have your lock left, right?
Yeah.
How many more do you have?
One more and then my lock.
Christ, you have one more?
I just have my lock, yeah.
Okay, well, it's all me.
So I go.
Sure.
I have my one more and then
I
my lock.
have 2 other plays than my lock.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. I'm actually on the Vikings plus 1.5 against the Packers. It's in Minnesota.
I'm tripping. I have one more than my lock. Go ahead. Vikings.
I like Jair Alexander guarding JJ, but I just think I think that's a battle that JJ can win.
Yeah.
He's that good of a receiver, and Jair is that good of a cornerback, but not enough to guard JJ. He's too good. I think he'll get beat downfield, and then you got Thielen in the red zone. I don't think the Packers defense is going to be able to stop the Vikings, and at home, I think they'll have enough momentum on defense to get enough stops on Rodgers.
Okay. I'm not touching that. Is that your lock?
No.
Okay. Personally, I'm not touching that divisional matchup. Again, Rodgers is Rodgers. I understand he's getting older too. I'm shaking my head no for the Jair Alexander, Justin Jefferson matchup. I don't think there's really anybody in the league that can guard Justin Jefferson one-on-one. With that being said, Packers defense is pretty good. So I got to see. Who's home? Vikings are home?
Yeah. Home dogs.
I love a good home dog.
Oh, yeah.
So that's one thing. But
What did Packers do? First game last year? I forgot.
that was last year.
37-3, whatever it was.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah,
got
yeah.
shit on.
It'll happen again.
All right. All right, my one before my lock. Kind of a square pick. I'm going Broncos minus 6.5. Russ revenge back in Seattle. Seattle sucks. Bad. Let's not get it twisted. It's a lot of points though.
12th man.
But if anybody knows that place, if anybody knows that defense, which is a fucking shitty ass defense, Geno Smith at quarterback, Broncos with a really good D. I think Patrick Surtain was like, I was looking at something. They think he might lead the league in interceptions. I didn't know about that, but I was like, okay, I like it. They have a good defense, and then now they've got somebody that can get the ball to talented wide receivers. Javonte Williams, a running back I really like. It's like, how do you justify, other than the fact that the Seahawks are at home, how do you justify taking the Seahawks?
Right.
So they can say it's a revenge game for the Seahawks too, but I'd rather have the
good players.
Yeah, for the
Nerves.
revenge. Yeah, so
Nerves, maybe.
Russell Wilson's not going to have any nerves.
Just saying.
He's fucking won Super Bowls with or Super Bowl with Seattle. But yeah, Broncos minus 6.5. Bronco Nation, let's ride. You can go with your lock.
All right. Colts -7 versus Texans. I'm going Texans +7.
Are you really?
Why do you keep saying it like that?
Why?
Like switching it around.
I always say who's favored
Okay, damn.
when I discuss the matchup. Yeah, I'm going Texans. I think it's too many points. The Colts are good on offense and
Are
on
the
defense.
Texans home?
Yeah,
Okay, I like a home dog.
but I think the Texans are quietly
What do you have the spread?
a good team.
What do you have the spread at?
7. It was
Okay.
7.5.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I said shit.
I don't know why I thought you
Texans?
said 8.5.
But the Texans, though?
Yeah.
It
Texans
is a
are
lot
good.
of points,
Look,
though. This is what I was
no.
preaching it last year. Like 80% of NFL games are decided by 4 points or less.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. A home dog getting that many points, I'll never say I don't like it.
And they're not a bad team.
I
Despite
think
what
Davis
all that
Mills, Davis.
everyone wants to say there. Whatever.
I was saying early episodes, I think Davis Mills is going to do better than people think.
You got Cooks.
I thought you had a bad history with the Texans.
Oh, he's got a horrible history with the Texans.
I named him to win the Super Bowl before that boy
You
molested
named him-
everybody.
You had him winning everything. You had him winning MVP. You had him winning everything. Yeah.
So too many points?
Allegedly molested.
Yeah, too many points.
75 massage therapists.
I'm not sold on Matt Ryan either. So
Yeah. I don't know. They got a good defense. It
they
is
have
a lot
a
of
good
points.
team. It's a lot better than what he was working with before.
Well,
But
they were a good team with Carson Wentz. I think he's going to be better than Wentz.
not as mobile.
Not as mobile, no. I mean, we know how to beat Matt Ryan. So
Sack his ass.
interior pressure, just like how you beat Tom Brady. There's a lot to be said for a home team getting a lot of points in the NFL. So I said it all last year. I feel like that helped me in my NFL turnaround. So I feel like that kind of reprogram my brain when it came to handicapping NFL games, and I feel like it paid off. My lock of the week, Steelers-Bengals under 44.5. I think
where's that game at?
I think
Cincinnati.
Yeah. So, sorry, I got fucking shit popping up. It's in Cincy. Steelers, like I said, they named Trubisky. I think that, you know what they have? They have a really good defense. I think 44.5, we're going to hit the under. It's too many points. I don't think the Steelers are going to be able to really do much on offense. I understand. I mean, it's going to be, is Najee Harris going to be able to really get the ground game going? But, what, are they going to throw to George Pickens? I think he's going to be good, but it's just a lot of uncertainty on the offensive side of the football outside of Najee Harris, and then
Deontay Johnson.
Fuck him. And then a quality Bengals defense.
Yeah.
But a really good Steelers defense. So I'm going under. It's my lock of the week, 44.5. This is a divisional game. They always play each other tough.
Yeah, I like it.
So who's next?
Justin?
My lock, I am going with the Ravens -7 against the Jets. They say Zach Wilson's going to be able to be the starter, but, I mean, I'll take Zach Wilson or Joe Flacco as their starter, and I'm still comfortable with Ravens -7. Yeah, that's it.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
what if Joe Flacco gets revenge on him for getting
Yeah,
rid of
I mean,
him after he got him that Super Bowl?
It'll be all right.
Didn't think about that, did you?
My lock of the week is Chargers -3.5 over the Raiders.
Hate it.
I knew you were going to say that, and
I
I thought the
fucking
Raiders were going
hate
to be
it.
your lock.
I
Because
thought
I
that
know
as
you're
well.
high on the Raiders this year.
It's a divisional game.
Divisional game, and it's not even really a home game for anybody because you know the Raiders fans are going to be there.
Yes.
I do agree with you in a sense that Carr can be better with Adams, and they will have a more high-potent offense, but I think that the Chargers are far and away one of the better teams in the NFL, not only on the offensive side of the ball. I think they're better on defense as well. I think Herbert is going to light up the Raiders' defense, and the Raiders will score, but I don't think enough to keep up with that spread.
What are your thoughts on this?
It's a tough one because I don't know. It's like you got to ask the big question if the Chargers are ready to take that step forward that a lot of people kind of thought they were going to take last year.
They split last year, 1-1.
To go to the playoffs, Raiders won.
They did indeed. Found out a lot about the Chargers.
I'm surprised nobody was on the Panthers.
Was that a point and a half?
Yeah, it was like -2.5.
Yeah, it's a trap.
Trap game, yeah. 100% trap. 100% trap.
Browns are still good
Great
no matter
ass
who the
fucking
quarterback
run. Yeah,
is.
great ass defense, great running game. Okay enough wide receivers. And Brissett, he's starting, right?
Yeah.
I would consider the fucking Browns there, but
Yeah, I thought about taking him.
I thought you just said you were surprised nobody was on the Panthers. No, he said on that game.
Yeah, I meant.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I like the Raiders. Divisional matchup. You said you got 3 or 3.5?
3.5.
Oof.
I'll take the hook. I think the Chargers are that good.
Shit. Raiders will win by 12.
12.
Yeah, it's gonna be
It's an odd number.
I know. But when you have a feeling, you got to go with it.
Yeah.
All right, recap mine. Thursday night, give me the Bills +2.5 on the road. Cardinals +6.5 against the Chiefs. Could be a sucker bet there. Cowboys +2. Broncos -6.5. Lions +4. And my lock of the week is the Steelers Bengals under 44.5. Dogs are barking again. I'm all over the dogs.
I'm on the Bills Rams under 52. I'm on the Lions +4. And as my lock of the week, I'm on the Texans +7.
Alrighty, Justin.
Thursday night on the Bills -2.5 against the Rams, and then I'm going to be on the Eagles -4 against the Lions, and then for my lock of the week, it's going to be the Ravens -7 against the Jets.
Joseph.
Thursday night, I'm going with Nick under 52.
Do you feel pressure on these games?
What's that?
These games.
Yeah, I'm 1-8-1.
Well,
I
you're
feel
supposed
pressure on any
Well, you're
bet.
supposed to be an NFL guy. No, yeah, your NFL record's separate from your college record.
Regardless, I feel pressure.
I'm just saying, you came in here highly touted as an NFL guy.
Did I come in here highly touted as an NFL guy?
Self-highly touted.
I don't think so. I think you made that tout up.
I didn't tout anything. He touted you, if
tout
anything.
anything. No, I'm not.
I know about you, okay? I know you know the NFL. Let's go.
I mean, I know it better than college. I'm not a fucking guru.
I was asking if there was pressure.
My record's 1-8-1. Yes.
I'm not talking about your college record.
Well, there's pressure. Period. I need to look good.
It's okay if you're good in the NFL.
Saints -5.5 against the Falcons. Vikings home dogs. I'm going to take them +1.5 against the Packers. And then my lock of the week is going to be Chargers -3.5 against the Raiders.
All right, there you go. NFL Week 1 picks are in the books. All right, top 3 cereals of all time. It's getting late, so we'll speed through this. But what do you mean, here we go?
I just know you're going to have some shit to say about mine.
Yeah, probably. You fucking got
Always
Dollar
does.
General cereal. Number 3. This is tough. This is not an easy thing to pick. Number 3, Crunch Berries.
Captain Crunch Berries or Oops All Crunch Berries?
Makes a difference.
Captain Crunch Berries, not Oops All Crunch Berries. Not all whatever Crunch Berries.
All Crunch Berries.
But they're all good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't think I've ever had Oops All Crunch Berries. You got to be kind of weird.
I haven't
about
had it either.
I have had all of the, whatever you want to call the other part though. What is it? The fucking
regular
corn.
Captain Crunch?
Yeah,
That's
but
good.
without the berries.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, it's just Captain Crunch.
Mm-hmm.
But Crunch Berries over Captain Crunch. Number 2, s'mores.
Fuck with that.
Could be number 1. Could be number 1. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Blue box, went away for a while, came back with a vengeance. One of the best cereals of all time, without a doubt, could be number 1. But my number 1 undoubtedly has got to be Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah.
You can never go wrong. One, I have a thing for like cinnamon, but you can never go wrong with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's good immediately when it's fresh. It's equally as good when it gets a little soggy.
And the milk.
And then the milk is incredible.
Yeah, it is good.
Crunch Berries, s'mores, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I have 2 honorable mentions, but I'll let y'all go first.
Mine's similar. Number 3's coming in Fruity Pebbles. You better eat them quick. You let them get too fucking soggy, it's over.
Fruity Pebbles was an honorable
Yeah,
mention.
you gotta eat them quick. And then number 2's Captain Crunch. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Number 3 is Captain
You mean
Crunch.
number 1?
Crunch Berries. Yeah, number 1.
Which way are we going? 3 Fruity Pebbles, 2.
Wait, can I do more?
2 Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and
Yeah.
then 1 is Crunch Berries.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, pretty similar.
1 is Crunch Berries.
Yeah.
And what was Crunch Berries on yours?
3, but it could any one of they could have all been.
I know.
one.
That's how I feel too.
Yeah. All right, what's your 3?
3, I got Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay, Jesus Christ, we got nothing. Nobody's with anything
love
out of
Cinnamon
left field.
Toast
Who's
Crunch,
throwing
man.
out Pops?
That's my number 1. Just wait.
Are you
Not
serious?
Pops.
Oh,
Honey Smacks?
It's I guarantee.
No, I
fucking
fuck with
to you,
Honey Smacks,
probably.
though.
Yeah,
Everybody shit on Honey
honey
Smacks, but I like
bunches of
Honey
oats.
Smacks. Number 2, Cookie Crisp.
Okay,
Don't
overrated.
sleep on Cookie Crisp.
Overrated.
Overrated.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? That's
Way
another
overrated.
cereal with the milk afterwards as well.
No, you're like
What?
biting through styrofoam, and
What?
they taste stale. I've never had them not taste stale.
Oh my gosh, you're ridiculous.
You like
Number
Cookie Crisp?
1,
No.
Why not?
Because they don't taste.
Because he's just agreeing with you. That's why. Number 1, I'm gonna go O's. Y'all don't know about that, and you
Those
can't
came out
disrespect it.
Not like when we were kids.
You know
when we were
about
kinda
O's?
Like in middle school, junior high, yeah.
What do you know
They
about
had
O's?
definitely not come out when we were in junior high.
Oh yeah, those have been around since I was a kid.
I'm saying before junior high.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
saying they just came out in junior high.
I thought they hit the market like junior
He's
high,
thinking
middle
of something
school.
else. Are you thinking of Oreos?
Oreo O's, another good one. No, number 1 is O's, and don't even say some dumb shit like I know you want to.
Yeah, they
because
eat-
you never even had them.
Yeah, because they all the old folks' home has all of them.
No, the
We
only
can't get
place
any
that
of
sells them is Walmart.
Yeah, no, you can't find them because they're all at
Best
fucking
cereal, hands
old
down,
folks' homes.
hands down. They will. I'll say this: be prepared because they will fuck the roof of your mouth up. Oh my god, might be
Somebody's
bleeding
never-
sometimes.
Somebody never had Crunch Berries then. All right, Justin, what is your 3?
All right, coming in at number 3, Special K, Chocolate Delight. Y'all ever had it?
Yeah.
I'm a good one now.
Remember what we said about the blind side last week?
Yeah, or the Sonic fries.
What kind of Special K?
Chocolate Delight.
Special K.
I've had them. Is that the one filled with them?
It's got chunks of chocolate.
We're talking top 3.
Yeah, it's my
And
top
we're
three.
going Special
He said it's
K
my top 3, Dan.
Chocolatey Delight. Do you have anything to add over there?
Nick's looking at his draft grade.
No,
He just threw out Special K.
I know what that means. It goes along with his blind side.
And the Sonic fries. And the
Yeah.
Mardi Gras cheesecake.
In the Russian national anthem.
Dude. All right, what is 2?
Number 2, Reese's Puffs.
That's more
I
respectable.
don't hate it. Yeah, I
Is that
don't.
a good one?
Okay.
And then number 1, Fruity Pebbles.
Okay.
Respect it.
Special K?
The chocolate delight. I don't like any of the other
Specifically
Special
the chocolate delight.
Yeah,
one.
that's the
Okay,
only
gotcha.
one I like.
We're
Yeah.
all sleeping on one.
What?
Big time. My first honorable mention.
What?
Waffle crisp.
Stop. Honorable mention.
You're supposed to be some cereal savant, and you don't know about waffle crisp.
No, I know what it is.
Right?
I know what it is. Honorable mention that doesn't get enough credit is Frosted Flakes.
Yeah,
I was
Frosted
thinking about
Flakes.
that.
Straight
That's a
up
good one.
Frosted Flakes. You
True.
can never go wrong. I
Milk
can
and Frosted Flakes is
do what?
the milk.
Oh,
Frosted
oh,
Flakes?
yes. Very good. Very good. I could eat 6 bowls of Frosted Flakes at any point in time of the day. Without a doubt.
Back to back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all ever like you had like 3 boxes of cereal in your pantry and couldn't decide,
Yeah.
mix a little bit?
No,
Yeah, I
that's
did.
fucking serial killer shit.
I did.
No.
It was not a good idea looking back
Yeah,
on
I
it,
mean,
but yeah,
you
I
tried it a
did.
couple times.
'Cause
Why
you
not
couldn't
just eat a
choose.
bowl of each?
Okay, we couldn't eat that much.
You mix what?
Yeah, some weird shit that should not have been mixed.
O's and fucking Special K?
I have s'mores in my honorable mention.
I never mix cereal.
Hell no.
Marissa would kill me if I didn't say this, but another honorable mention, and she's right, Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks is low.
No, Apple
is
Jacks
good-
are the
good
shit.
cereal.
Awesome.
Apple Jacks are the shit. I'm going to be completely honest. Since we've been trying to eat better, I haven't eaten good cereal in months.
It sucks, right?
I've been eating Cocoa Bunnies. You ever had Cocoa Bunnies?
No.
I've never had that. I've never heard of that.
They fucking suck so bad. I remember like my little cousin was like, "Oh, he's all excited for his Cocoa Bunnies in the morning." I was like, "You have no idea."
You
Like
know
he
what
was
you're
like,
getting
looking
into.
forward to it. Like, "Oh yeah, I'm ready for Cocoa Bunnies." You have no idea what you're missing out on. You're excited over Cocoa Bunnies. You would
Right.
fucking shit yourself for a goddamn bowl of Cocoa Crisp.
I have the other 2 Cocos written down. Puffs and Pebbles.
Yeah, Cocoa Pebbles are way better than Cocoa Crisp, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest. Cocoa
Way
Crisp is
better.
kind of weird.
Cocoa Crisp is a fucking letdown.
But Rice Krispies, Rice Krispies cereal, when you add sugar by the spoonful and you
Just regular plain Rice Krispies.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Didn't they used to pop?
Yes.
Yeah.
Snap, crackle, pop. You go to grandma's, you're fucking loading that shit up with sugar. You got to stir it, so it sucks. You got to fucking work for it. But once you get the mixture down, once you got the formula down pat, dude, that shit is good.
There's one more.
What?
Honorable mention that I know you like.
What?
Fruit Loops.
Yeah. I mean, Fruit Loops are like a staple. You can't go wrong with them.
Exactly.
But it's like when you go to the store and you're like, I'm getting 1 box of cereal. You're not getting
Fruit Loops. No.
It's
no.
very, very plain.
But it's an
but
honorable
if
mention.
somebody was like, you're like, oh, can I have some cereal? And they're like, yeah, all we have is Fruit Loops. You're not like, fuck.
You're not gonna
I don't
turn
want
that
cereal
down.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. There's our list. Top 3. This is a big week. This feels like moving week.
I'm so nervous.
Feels like moving week.
I got 10 total bets right now.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Now, yeah, this is going to make or break. It's going to separate the boys from the men. It's a big week. NFL's back.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a big week in college. I feel very good about these games. It's going to be a good litmus test for me to see what kind of year I'm going to have. So, with that being said, episode 123, Big Easy Bets in the books. You got anything to say before we go?
Good luck.
Joseph?
Good luck, fellas.
Justin?
Yep. Good luck, everybody.
All right, Saints are back, baby. Who dat? Fucking -5.5, right?
Yeah.
I'm a little worried, if I'm being honest. But I also think we're going to win the Super Bowl. So I
99-4.
guess I shouldn't be worried. But yeah, 5.5. Joseph says hammer it. Who dat?
The house always wins.